Listen, a lot happened last time we were here. It's okay, guys. We're going to get through this. Good morning, kindred, and welcome to Vegas by Night, Mayday Roleplays Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. We are nearing the end to our first arc of Vegas by Night, and we are so excited to show you how this story comes to a temporary close. God knows what that's going to look like. You and I are going to decide that tonight, and these lovely people around the table are just going to watch as everything they love crumbles in front of their eyes. If you have missed out on any chapter of Vegas by Night, don't fear. You can still check it out on Spotify, Twitch VOD, and our YouTube channel as of right now. If you're wondering how you can get more Mayday in your life, you can catch our stream here every other Saturday for our main show. You can follow us on all major platforms, as well as Spotify and SoundCloud for podcast-friendly recordings of all our major shows and streams. And finally, you can give us your money on Patreon and join our Patreon Discord. Because we don't work for free. Yes, we do. We do. We absolutely do. We've been doing it for years. We work for love. We love you guys. We'll do this forever.
But if we could not work for free, that'd also be nice.
Yes, but if we could have little monies, maybe.
Small monies.
The Discord is really where we've had the chance to build a great little family around the content we put out. We have patrons who have joined each other's games and played in some hosted by ourselves. We've decided which Pokemon best reflected ourselves. We made a picture of myself into a koi, extremely sexy emoji. And most recently, we've been discussing the changes involved for Mayday in a Patreon/Discord State of the Mayday Union address. In addition to all that craziness, you get an opportunity to listen to exclusive Patreon content and behind-the-scenes information. We'd like to give a shout out as well to our handler level Patreon contributors. It's because of their involvement in our content that we can begin thinking of all those big, beautiful picture ideas we have for Mayday. There's a lot slotted for this year that we want to make happen, and it's because of all of you that we're able to do so. So thank you to Unk, OGPan, Bimblewart, Cameron S, Eric A, and Jonathan M, Ren, WTF, and finally Alex Johnson. Thank you all for your support. It means the world to us that you guys would give us that level of love, that much of a testament to our craft. We really appreciate it. Other than that, please check out our Delta Green campaign, Doomed to Repeat, that as of this moment is just a day away from the start of our internal recordings for Season 3. Today is the night before Sergio ruins our lives. Our fantasy campaign centered in the island world of Ashoka, where Eli crafts a world so brimming with love it leaks into every recording. And our old World of Darkness campaign using the Orpheus system with the one and only Vince from Black Project Gaming fame. All of which are available on all major podcasting platforms, YouTube, and our Twitch. Finally, we just want to give love out to our last member, Vince, who's on a little Mayday vacation. He's been growing a beard. He's been writing a bunch of content. He's coming back very soon, and we're so excited to have him back. I know he's been helping Sergio out with Doom to Repeat too, which is terrifying to think that they've been talking.
Again.
Should not be allowed to talk, those two. But we miss him dearly. We love him dearly. And hopefully he can come back and talk some sense into these vampires very soon. Before we get started today, I just want to remind everyone that Vampire the Masquerade can be a dark setting, and as such, there are content warnings for any watching. Please be advised that there may be violent themes, plenty of adult language, and the exploration of darker subjects. Please take care of yourself and be aware. Things to watch out for this episode are corpses. I would say a pretty severe warning for trypophobia, fear of bugs, arachnophobia, and depictions of homicide. Without further ado, let's get started. Humanity was cursed, and because of that curse, the elders desired a protection only afforded by the sacrilege of their blood. The Coer of Rye, the blood bond, is a gift of the blood that has become indistinguishable from the love of a sire to its subordinate. The poison in our veins acts as oil to water when subjected to another of our curse, and often the sheer potency of our curse dictates the power we hold over another of our kind. 3 sips is all required for a submissive to recognize its master, for a fledgling to know their place. The first sip changes the chemistry in their vitae. Long dead synapses begin to fire back with new life, whether in an undying love that blooms in dead hearts or a seething hatred. By the second, there is a memory cemented of their new regnant, a person occupying the tower of their mind, a creature in a throne dictating orders. It becomes all too easy to recognize them as the authority of your blood and to worship the boot that walks upon you. And by the last, it's over. You are a thrall, incapable of a love that does not belong to them. The most you have ever felt is for the tunneled vision that comes about when their gaze sets upon you. And with each new breath, you can feel them thrum in the dead veins of your body. They are the only new life you can afford. The only solution then is time. Months away from your dearly beloved, a clear mind, one without mention, without sight, without thought. For if one casual consideration should leak into the forays of your thoughts, you would find yourself genuflected at their will. In the Sabbat, the practice has taken on new life. A ritual performed en masse, the Valdery, which transforms the blood to be bidden not to anyone regnant, but instead the pack of creatures that hunt beside you. A communal blood bond to strengthen the sword of Cain. And then, in these most modern nights, there is the blood wedding. A bonding unlike any other, an unstoppable need to meet blood to blood, the roiling of two circulatory systems, begging for escape from one body to another, to ruling kings in the hollow shells of dead lovers. A beautiful thing warped into a cruel facsimile of human connection. We will convince ourselves it is possible to love after death. We will suppress all grief for the nerves long decomposed. We will trust an outstretched hand at the hopes that it might lift us up. We will think ourselves fortunate to have someone to call our own, and time again we will think the power we hold over each other is inconsequential to the goals at hand. That the good we plan to do will far outweigh any want for control, any need to see them grovel. But instead, we will make them bend knee. We will kill our darlings. Welcome to Vegas by Night. Could not even describe what that was. Couldn't translate it if you asked me to. We're going to begin by introducing our cast and the characters they're playing, and then we'll head into a recap performed by Allison. My name is Caleb James Miller. Today I'll be your storyteller.
I'm Aaron, I'm Enoch, and I saved all my friends.
I'm Allegra. I play Mal, and I forgot I was mad at Burroughs.
I'm Amanda. I play Allison, and this is going to be interesting.
I'm Eli, and I'm playing Niles.
I'm Sergio, and I'm playing Burroughs.
I'm Zakia, and I'm playing a businesswoman named Sybil.
Whenever you're ready, Allison.
Okay. Breaking news at Allison Network really quick. Lamp fight ends in chaos. In a shocking turn of events, a lamp lamplight fight broke out in the streets last night, ending in chaos and destruction. Eyewitnesses report that the altercation began as a verbal dispute between two rival groups, but quickly escalated to a full-blown brawl. According to sources, Burroughs and Sybil, two local residents, attempted to quell the violence by singing and staring as the opposing group. Despite their best efforts of the situation, it quickly spiraled out of control. With Burroughs and Mal getting caught up in the fray, luckily, they were able to wrench away from the altercation and escaped unharmed. The situation took a turn for the worse when Enoch, another local resident, made a bomb and used it in the fight. The bomb did what bombs do and caused significant damage to the area. It is unclear at this time how many injuries or casualties have been resulted from the blast. As the dust began to settle, Sybil attempted to feed from the lamplight, but it was reported to be as, wait for it, gross experience. Okay, during the fight, Enoch had a vision of some kind about a door, but it was currently unclear of what the vision was. In the aftermath of the fight, Lake Mead is now open and safe for residents to use. So don't forget to bring out those water noodles. Sybil and Mal went to give Professor Emmerich the blood he requested. Burroughs, on the other hand, killed a priest he was trying to start a church with. And lastly, Enoch went to the prince to narc on the situation. The story is developing, and we will bring you more details and updates as they become available. Allison, thoughts? Thanks, Allison. Looks like the fight at the lamplight has been put out, but it looks like the light at the end of the tunnel might be a little dimmer for some of our participants. Tune in next time for more updates of this shocking story at the Allison News Network.
Incredible.
Where the fuck am I?
Amazing. I didn't know Allison had such a passion for the news.
It's the best part about being crazy. You never know where you are.
Yeah. I can't tell you guys enough. Get yourselves a Malkavian in your game. It's
Fuck your Malkavians.
yeah.
Pat them on the head.
Yeah. Hug your Malkavians.
Well, it too.
Hug them in the head. I love it.
So, before we get into what is ultimately one of the most important nights of all of your second lives, I'd like to go around the table here and discuss hunger and XP. Now, I know that we decided hunger last game, so make sure that you are not updating your score from what we decided at the end there. I don't want you to go too far, as so many of you are already very, very hungry. So let's start alphabetically and just go down hunger and any changes to experience or your character sheet.
Bubba, you're muted.
That's right, I may. I believe I have a 1 hunger, and I don't got any new shit.
Okay. Enoch is at 1 hunger. That will help him out.
Mal is at 2 hunger. And I had 21 XP, but now I just have 20 because I took something new for Oblivion.
Okay.
That we'll see in game maybe if I'm lucky.
Whoa.
Okay.
No hunger and no add-ons.
Niles is at 4 hunger and 4 health, and no adds to their XPs. I'm saving for something.
4.
4 hunger, 4 health.
Yeah, I took aggravated damage from Lamplighter.
That's right.
Burroughs is 2 hunger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health out of I think 6 that I have, so I'm a little beat up too. I did use my XP because Caleb won't stop making me make melee rolls, so I have 2 points in melee, just because I'm using a specialized sword. And I took 1 point in etiquette as well. I had nothing in etiquette because I think after today's session, Burroughs is going to learn a lesson or two.
Pinky's
about
up.
how to interact with other kindred.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What an asshole I am, making you roll melee when you use melee weapons.
I have 3 in brawl. Let me just punch with my sword.
Now you have
Punch
to
with
use
the
it.
sword.
Yeah.
Where's the RPG respec? Like,
Yeah. Can I just reset everything?
you gotta go talk to Slow. He's the respec NPC.
okay, good.
Sib?
Sib is at 4 hunger and has 1 point of aggravated damage, so she's just a little burnt, a little crispy.
A little crispy. Just broiled.
Yeah.
You all wake up on an auspicious night. A very foreboding energy is about this new life that is brought to you. All of you are unaware of the storm that is about to roil through all of Las Vegas. You wake up in your respective places. I believe the only 3 that stayed together tonight were Niles and the Kingsters. God knows whenever Enoch came home for the night. But the 3 of you wake up in Club Canaan, unless you have other alternatives there. Enoch, what's up?
No, I was just wondering what time I would have gotten back.
Well, you went to see the prince quite late in the evening, probably about 3:30 when you arrived.
Okay.
That conversation would have taken no more than... You probably came in just under the dawn, honestly.
So it's like bedtime when I get back. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Your body was probably half dead already on the way home.
Can we just say that I pass out in the bathroom stall?
Absolutely, we
Okay.
can say that. I'm sure that is not unfamiliar for Enoch. Enoch is half knocked out over the public restroom toilet that has
I'm
been
sure it's a
graffitied over.
Perfectly safe place from the sun.
Absolutely. This being a kindred-owned establishment, Club Canaan does not have many windows out to the outside world, and even the ones that are there have been gel-shaded over and tinted to a kindred's standard. Who would like to start off the night? Is there anyone that believes they should have first business here in this new night?
Everyone's
Good.
like, don't fucking look at me.
Very good.
Burroughs is going to get up and go buy a gyro, and then probably go to Club Canaan to meet up with everyone.
Did
Okay.
you bring
Well-
me a hero?
I don't know. Let me roll a die and see if I did. I did.
Yes!
So
Sorry.
you buy 2 gyros.
Yeah.
Where did Burroughs stay for the night? Where did Burroughs post up, knowing that?
I actually think he may have gone back to the pastor's house, probably his apartment, and
Took his body
probably.
back there?
No, I don't think he would have taken his body. I think he's got at least 2 bodies in the car. So the body's still in the car, and he stayed the night, slipped in through the back window, and is in a closet or a bathroom.
On your way out, you do have to walk past this sort of wall across the hallway leading to his entrance hall, basically. And it is just littered in these photos of him on Fremont Street posing with people, with tourists, with community members. There's a picture of him with an old mayor of Las Vegas. There's pictures of him outside of the Hughes Center. And the most prominent in the center that almost starts to kick up that Ravnos blood, that starts to start the Mustang in your heart. There's this massive photo in the center of this gallery wall that is of him with some sort of a congregation outside of a much larger chapel than the one you know of him occupying before. It's definitely not here in Nevada. It's probably farther south. You're guessing somewhere like Texas or New Mexico. But he has a team of nigh on 70 people behind him, and he is at the forefront behind them. Big outstretched arms with all of them cheering and smiling and grinning. And there's this big banistered sign over the top that says the name of the church and the congregation year. And he just looks so abundantly happy, so filled with faith in this photo, Burroughs.
It's good to know that he had a good life, and I will leave.
Good. You imagine as you're buying these heroes, the day that you'll have your congregation, you can stand out in front of Mal's church and hold over your kingdom. But you take your sandwiches and you drive up to Club Canaan. You arrive in that back entrance. The fencing around Club Canaan, as it has not been officially brought into Vegas's nightlife yet, is still there. There's still this sort of safety chain link that has been rimmed with privacy tarping. But you park in through that side entrance and come in through the usual entrance.
Yeah, I'll step in and probably just wait around for everybody eating.
I was gonna say, if you would have walked in, I would be at the bar already, kind of just like putting bottles or seeing what, just kind of putting that together.
You guys open for service?
Depends. Did you bring me one?
Well, it so happens I was thinking of having a second meal, but I do have one. Here you go.
And I'm going to the liquor. Pick your poison. What do you want?
I'm just kidding. I'm really not much of a drinker. Last night was a special case, so it's fine.
I have Zima. Then.
When are you going to clean this place up?
I don't know. That's the thing. I want to clean it. See that rafter up there?
Yeah.
Look up.
Yes, I see it.
I'm thinking that's where it could be Spoon's nest. Like, Spoons could be over top and kind of like see whoever doesn't tip right can just turn around and just shit on them, or can just swoop down and pickpocket.
That is awfully thoughtful of you, Amanda, or Allison. Yeah, I suppose we have been pretty damn busy. We really haven't had much time for our own things, you know what I mean? Been so caught up in everything.
Now, is it you? I know you're singing. Question: how would you feel about a karaoke night here?
You know what? I'm actually glad you brought that up, because I had some plans to open up a kind of church service, a kind of maybe more of a musical act than anything, and I wanted to do it at Mal's place, but Mal's a little bratty, you know what I mean? And so I think that I think maybe I need to be at a more hit place, someplace like here. So I would love to take you up on your offer.
So, wait, I'm confused. Is this like a Vegas show, or is this actually like a church service?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be singing gospel. I'm going to have a 30-piece band. I'm going to have a full choir.
Oh.
I'm just not, well, you see, I think I want to make a show that is kind of celebrating the Lord, but I don't know if a church is the right place. It's not Vegas, you know what I mean? It does need to be a venue like this. That's my main thought.
Okay. So, how much do you want it to be about the Lord, and how much are you thinking of like profit?
Honestly, profit isn't really a big motive for me, but any way that I can serve the community, aka the kindred community, I'd be happy to. I mean, there's going to be a lot of lost souls in that place, and a lot of blood.
You're right. There is a lot of lost souls, lost money, blood.
We could set up a whole
mega church.
booth. We could set up a whole booth for confessional, and really it's just a whole bite-fessional.
Bite-fessional. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I have so many ideas right now. This is great. Here's the thing, though. Having a mega church in a bar.
It's unusual, right? It's a great idea. No one had ever thought of it. I'm telling you, there are so many churches in Los Angeles or in Las Vegas, and not a damn one of them is open past midnight. Isn't that crazy? There should be a 24/7.
Okay. That is true, but how is that going to get in the way of the go-go dancers that I plan to hire? Is this like a very Sunday? You get where I'm going? Like, because Sunday fun day?
It would be one day. No, I was getting ahead of myself when I said 7.
Sorry. Okay, thank you.
One night a week, late night church service. That is full music. You know, I'll bring a pastor in for the show. Somebody real flashy. You know, I was thinking somebody real honest, but I think that's the wrong direction. It needs to be somebody big and flashy.
Okay. You can not on busy days or footballs, tournaments, fights. Once we can make this work. We can make that work.
And I promise
Maybe-
not to eat anybody on the floor without your permission. That's not related. Never mind.
Okay. I do think, though, if this pops off the way it does, we might want to include Mal and make the mega church. And therefore, we can receive, what do they call it? The seeds of the Lord and the money, and they need to donate if they want good seeds in their future and all that. Let's do that.
I think I'm going to make a believer out of you yet, Allison.
I'm a believer in the big old green, trust me. That's what I believe in.
At the mention of cleaning, Enoch emerges from a back hallway in a janitor's outfit with a push broom, just slowly careening around the room, sweeping up the place is already pretty clean, but he's doing the thing where dogs like pretend to dig. He's just like pretending to clean. And then at the mention of the church service, he's just in the background mumbling, "Let them enjoy the fine cloth of the kindred. Let them enjoy the gentle music of the kindred. Let them know the sweetness of our wine."
Hell, I think I found my pastor. I think I found the showman I need.
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying let them in, I guess.
You got your boy well trained here. He's already cleaning the place up.
I wish he was, since, men show up last night, but it's all right.
You out partying last night, Enoch?
Apparently.
Oh, I was saving everybody's life last night. Because you're my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, God.
And friends save friends' lives, right?
Hey, now you're picking it up. He can be taught.
Yeah, he can. He's a fast learner. I'm sussy, but...
And I have a surprise for you, my dear, but you have to wait a little bit.
Am I going to like the surprise?
I think you will. Push broom, push broom, push broom, push broom, push broom.
Mal, you awake to the sounds of the pounding at the door below your chamber there. In the cold wrappings of the office to your church, and you are alive again for what feels like the 1,000th time.
Mal rolls out of the bed that they've kind of set themselves up in, glances up at Catherine, headless lady, and proceeds to shred all of the detritus and trash that they've been picking up and sorts it into different colors. And once that's done and they realize they can't really get much further than that, they'll start wandering through the shadows toward Club Canaan.
Okay.
Just to kind of see what's up. Everyone was in a weird mood last night. Just like wandering.
Beautiful. You collect all of that trash. You put it into little color-coded circles. You find that the church does still reek of Burroughs' trappings from last night, and the body that was deposited here once he had killed that poor priest. And there's still a stained portion of the stone cobbled a church floor where the pew had been cast aside and Pastor Dudley's body was left.
Can I grab a couple of the pews and just drag them over and flip them flip them onto their back so that it's just over the stain?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
And moving out to Club Canaan, the sound of that beast below your church continues to ramble on as if saying goodbye. You arrive at Club Canaan some 30 minutes later. Sybil, where did you bed down for the night?
I think Sybil's at their place, or what's left of it. Yeah, because they dropped Mal off and then they went home. But it's just as messy and unkept as it's always been. I think they wake up. I'm realizing the blood bags that you gave me are in the club, which is where her food is also. So
Bad decision making.
it's a tough morning. Yeah, I think she's just frustrated. Like, she gets into the van, the circus van, and is driving horribly to Club Canaan.
Understood. We all converge on a singular point as Allison and Burroughs and Enoch are discussing the merits of a megachurch and the ability to extract funds from its users, much the same as every other religious organization running a megachurch. The rest of you join in on Club Canaan in the central floor. It is still that 3-tiered layer. It is almost convention empty, as if some large event is supposed to move in but hasn't. And everyone is in attendance in the lobby save for Niles, wherever Niles is up to in Club Canaan. Do you have any ideas there, Eli?
Niles has probably we have a subfloor basement area. I think Niles went down there, and Niles has been still down there. They probably woke up and realized that they're not healing, and their jacket is soaked with burn and stuff, and yeah, they're agitated and hungry and staying put.
Understood. For the rest of you, you all meet in the lobby there.
So
How's
what's on the
everyone
itinerary tonight? We got
Allison,
a lot
do
to
you
do.
want to meet Bride again? She's been on my ass about bringing you to Asylum, so
Oh, yeah.
you might get good ideas for this place or something if you check it out. So
Would it make you happy if I did that? Came with you? To Bride? For friends? I mean, because that's what you're asking, right? You're asking a friend to go with you.
I'm asking you to go because Bride asked you to come. Do you want to ignore a primogen? We've fucked up enough of late.
Okay. Yeah, you wake up on the wrong side of the coffin today.
I don't sleep in a coffin. Do you sleep in a coffin? Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't they tell you?
It's Vampire 101 shit.
You two are fucking with me. You have to be fucking with
Of
me.
course I'm fucking with you. When
Okay.
haven't I?
God.
It's too easy.
You want to go see a hot lady or not?
Oh, no, I do.
Great.
I will be going. Oh, wait, do I need to dress up?
Do I look like I know?
You look beautiful.
Allison, you
Thanks,
know the
Enoch.
club scene, and you would know
I
that Asylum's, newest on the block. It's the hottest on the block. It's a franchise across
Gotta
the
up it
United
up a little.
States. It is the uppest you can get. It's an Allison spot.
Okay, the fact that that's not the response I wanted from everybody. I'm beautiful. No, I'm fucking goddamn gorgeous. All right, Mal, come with
Sorry,
me.
of
We're
course.
doing a makeover. We're
No.
gonna make sure we go. Yes, we gotta look. If you ride with me, we gonna look.
Allison, if you
Did
make
someone-
me...
Someone
I'll
say
make sure it's all
makeover?
black. Yes, makeover. I'll make sure it's all black.
As long as I'm not wearing a dress, fine.
Who the fuck? You don't need a dress. Oh, I'm thinking dapper with you. We can make this work.
Okay, that does sound kind of sick.
Wait. Sybil, you want to come too?
Oh yes, I'm going.
Rad.
Going. And it's have you seen the way people clutch mugs when they're clearly addicted to whatever they're drinking like this? This is how the blood bag is. As she follows.
I'm literally just going to if there's nothing else, I'm basically going to go ahead with Mal, but I do want to make sure we look very, like, just a little extra next level.
Okay.
Like Gucci
Sybil,
shit.
I assume you're drinking to fullness. You're trying to get down to 1.
I think I can only do 2.
Yeah.
I'll do 2 bags. Hunger 2 is cool.
Understood.
I still have 2 bodies in my car I'm going to have to get rid of, so if somebody wants to drive out to the desert with me.
You can use my lab thing. We got chemicals, just burn them.
I'm not really well versed with chemicals.
You can use the bodies.
Those are viable parts.
Yeah.
You want them?
Enoch want to rip some shit apart?
All right, well, somebody's got to help me drag them out of the back of the car.
I got it.
Put them in the ice box.
Yes, dear.
I have the parts.
While Enoch is helping me get the bodies out of the car, I'll just offhandedly say, so what'd you get up to last night?
I told you I saved your life.
Well, what exactly does that entail?
It means you were going to die, and I stopped you from dying.
And who was going to kill me?
Well, the prince.
I mean, I feel like I'm in an okay place with the prince. Why would he want to kill me?
You would be wrong.
So so what, you made some kind of deal with him?
Yeah, we were all in trouble with the prince, and now we're not anymore.
Well, you must have a lot of sway with him to just ask him not to kill us, and
I can be very persuasive. When I want to be.
When did they come back in?
Yeah, we're coming back in, moving the bodies.
Would Allison have heard that?
Outside, no.
No. I mean, if they were in, like, are they back inside?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
now?
know if the conversation necessarily would have bled into the
Heightened senses.
It's up to at this point. It'd be up to Enoch and Burroughs. If you guys would like it to bleed into the lobby, then sure.
I'm cool. Either way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the conversation would continue. Yeah.
Allison, you heard the tail end of that, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you are alive. You're welcome.
You're thanking me for being alive. Me? That's not right. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What? What
are you doing?
Well,
What do you mean?
Enoch here is saying that he talked to the prince last night and he saved our lives.
Wait. You talked to the prince.
Yeah.
You, who couldn't talk to me. Really, the first. You went to the prince without me? Without me.
Yeah, it's surprisingly easy. You just gotta text him. His DMs are open.
So
I'm still not sure if you actually talked to the
Literal fuck
prince.
does that mean? Can you talk normal for like once?
I'm talking normal.
Clarify.
I talked to the prince.
Stop. Knock it off. I know you. Why did you talk to the prince without me there? What did you do?
You just seemed busy.
Now wait a minute. Did you tell him about what we found?
Oh yeah.
What?
Wait.
He was going to kill you, and now he's not going to.
Since when was he gonna kill us? That's never been a knowledge that anything.
Since the hospital. He told me.
Well,
He
you
was
just-
all ready to do it.
Okay.
The targets were painted. But now they're not. Now you're safe.
So he knows about Lotta. He knows about the door.
It's okay.
The
He only
thing
has
we
one
said we were
key.
gonna keep secret between us.
Well, it's okay. He only has the one key.
He's
But he
got a
knows
key.
where the door is. And
Enoch.
What?
Why did you do that?
so if by
That. Yeah.
Keep you safe. Now you're safe. Oh, I got us new furniture. You can get whatever you want.
We're not past that. Hold on.
There's knock. There's called payment with interest. What's the interest?
Well, the
Why?
furniture is pretty nice.
No, that's the gift. That's in exchange for something. What did you get out of this? What did you get out of this for us then?
I got my friends. You're alive. And I told you I got you a special surprise.
What is the surprise?
You're gonna like it.
I didn't ask if I'd like it. I asked you a question. What is the surprise?
But then it won't be a surprise.
What is the surprise?
Technically, this is a command
I see.
given to you
Yes.
by someone you have been blood married to.
Yes.
If you
They're
would
gonna
like to keep the surprise, you may resist.
If wife tells me to do something, Enoch does what wife says.
And I asked, what is it? If you don't say what it is in the next sentence,
They're gonna find your dad.
Allison's gonna go stone cold quiet, back off, and just like walk away. Like,
Well, now nobody get too emotional.
She's very
After
surprised.
all, we're all standing in front of the most influential kindred amongst us. If we're smart, we'll pay him our dues and raise a toast to him, and I'll just raise an empty glass. To Enoch. It's a gangster-ass move if I ever saw one.
Hold on. One of the biggest pieces of information we've been given as a coterie, the prince has, in
Yes.
exchange of finding someone who I presume it must be really difficult to find this person. Like they're in another, I don't know, dimension
Well,
or
we've
something.
been fucking looking.
Okay.
That's
Also,
all
you're
you
alive
was finding Allison's daddy.
Yes.
and keeping you alive because you're my friends.
But we were going to tell him today.
We were gonna
okay,
plan this better.
okay.
I thought you would be happy. I know where the other key is. Well, I know who knows where the other key is.
Where would it
Who
be?
was that?
Who
Well, I
has
don't
it?
know where it is, but I know who knows. I know who knows who can tell us where it is.
Which is who?
Oh,
Enoch, I command you to just get to the point. You're pissing me
Christ.
off.
the Hikata have it.
We knew that.
Did we?
Yeah, I
I
don't know
don't
if
know,
I
I
really
think we
did,
did.
but it does make sense
Yes.
that they'd be in town for that. I mean, we did find
So-
basically the most important thing in Las Vegas, so I think all roads lead back to that.
Okay.
And
Panic
the prince,
later.
does the prince know who has the key? The prince knows that the Hikata
Well,
have the
he's the
key,
one-
or are we still the only
I
ones with that
assume he
information?
knows because he's the one who told me that they have it.
Okay.
I'd love to point out to everyone that Lake Mead mommy told us that if we told anyone, she'd kill us.
I remember.
But the prince was going to kill you anyway.
So we've just changed one murderer for another. So you really haven't done anything.
Well, I got us some furniture.
Oh, good. We're not going to be alive long enough to see it, you fuck.
Yeah, well, you obviously need a coffin.
No one sleeps in coffins. Mal is just like
Okay.
pacing the corners, like
Okay.
like disappearing in shadow, disappearing in shadow, disappearing in shadow.
So, yeah.
Okay. We're about to have a lot of pissed off people. Oh, I'm drinking. Allison's just gonna start drinking, even though it doesn't do anything. It's just habit.
Wait a minute. We're looking for someone. That's something you could, in theory, like visit a Tremere about, right? That's all. They're just gonna kind of like magic Google search where this person is.
Are they just gonna tell us?
That's not.
Well, now they're gonna be pretty
prince's
motivated.
favor.
What's Enoch? What's the prince's first move? What is he doing first?
Well, he said he was gonna go look. I assume they're there about now.
Are
It's the
they?
beginning of the night, so
It'll
we
take
still
time
got
there.
some time.
Well, they're on their way, but it's okay.
Do we tell Niles?
Where is Niles?
Niles should absolutely be up here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought Niles was here.
No.
Oh.
Niles is somewhere else.
Do you not notice when Niles isn't here?
Niles is downstairs.
That's a problem, dude.
I'm gonna stomp on the floor. Hopefully the
I'm gonna
echo
go
can echo down, like not like stomp on it. Hopefully Niles will hear it.
I have what they call face blindness. All of you people
I'm
look
good.
the same to me.
I'm gonna go get Niles.
It's all
Jesus.
Allison's, not Allison.
I'll go with Sybil down there.
Okay.
Allison, not Allison. Allison,
Oof.
not Allison.
I'm sitting in a corner,
Oh, Lord.
balled up, just hungry as shit.
Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna step down. Is there a door that I can close?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna close that door, and before even addressing Niles, but saying this in front of Niles so that they can absolutely hear us, Burroughs is gonna say, "We aren't just gonna let this happen, right, Sybil? This can't just. We're not just gonna.
No.
We have to move now.
We don't know
gotta,
the full
gotta
extent
course
of-
correct this.
We don't know everything that he did. We know most of it, but I don't even know how we would begin. We would have to curry so much favor. Like, I don't
Niles,
know. Yes, we're gonna do something.
our boy upstairs, told the prince what we found. Enoch.
What?
We can assume the prince knows everything, knows where Lotta is, he knows what's up against him, and he confessed that he has at least one of the keys.
Niles, the emotion that is brimming from this surprise, from the shock, is driving that power in your beast, the hunger that sits in the center of your chest that threatens to move throughout every cell in your body to metastasize and grow flesh. Just looking at them claws at your insides to prevent yourself from biting into two of your most trusted confidants.
Yeah, I'd probably be digging my hands into the sides and like probably making my injuries even worse. But I'm not addressing them. I'm probably starting though to like shake and get very even more agitated than I already am because I'm just more focused on not eating.
We got to get this kid some blood. You got another bag on you, or there's those bodies down here that they have. Well, why don't you
I
feed
do.
from that? You do have a bag. We need to get this kid under control.
I mean, I have several.
I mean, we need everybody in top shape.
Niles, what do you want us to do?
Niles, take the bag.
Is it regular blood?
Yeah, it's human blood.
I'd slap that shit out of your hand if you put that in front of me. I can't
What do you
eat that.
need? Niles, what do you
Okay.
need? Tell
You
me.
know what I need. You know what I need.
Fuck.
We don't.
Sybil, one thing at a time. We need those who are going to help us. Those who are going to do what we know we need to do to fix the situation, to meet up and to discuss what needs to happen. Unfortunately, I don't think Enoch is part of that equation, and I don't know if Allison is part of that equation.
Okay. We need to find an errand and everyone go on it and we'll talk about it on the way. I don't know what. Maybe we need to talk to, well, we need to talk to a lot of people, but we'll find someone and we'll all have a discussion on the way there.
Maybe we take Mal to, I don't know. Shit.
I mean, I need to talk to some Cirque people for a second, just to really figure out what the fuck is going on. And that's enough, right? For now. I'm a little distracted, honestly, because Niles, but yeah, we need to find an errand. We'll talk about it on the way.
Well, how about that?
I don't know.
What if we say we're going to go get Niles to get something to eat?
Yeah. Oh, no, yes. Okay, if this is just like the Tremere are looking into it, whoever this Allison's dad is, we should go talk to the Tremere. Oh, if we can catch them while they're doing whatever they're doing, maybe that'll give us enough information to go forward. If not, we can at least talk to them so they know that we're not whatever happened last night.
If the prince is checking on whether this whole thing with Lotta is real, we've got a little time before this blood hunt begins. So I don't know if the Tremere are going to really be looking for her.
So we should probably go check on her too, but no.
All right. Well, we at least need to get Mal in on this.
Okay.
I think we'll return upstairs and I will. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Niles and say, is this do we have time to find you something to eat?
I don't know if we have time to find Caleb, do we have time to find something to eat?
You are on the edge of this getting much worse. You do have some time. Who knows whether that's an hour, 2, who knows?
Shake my head hard at fucking Sybil.
Then do this now. And she rolls up her sleeve.
Well, no, wait a minute. Here, at least take some from me too. That way, it's a little less intense. I'll put my arm out too.
Oh, I hate that.
Bestial failure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm so hungry at this point. I don't think I have a lot of self-control here. So yeah.
Who's first? Who are you biting first?
I don't know.
Before you bite either of them, make a frenzy test for me. That is your willpower pool plus I think it's a third of your humanity.
It's gonna sound like Mal's basement down here.
No, I'm sorry, half of your humanity rounded down.
Yeah, 6. I have 2 successes, but 1 failure on my hunger dice. 1 on my hunger dice.
Not a lot of certainty from the storyteller here.
I don't like it.
Shit. Would you like to spend 1 willpower to ignore a frenzy for 1 turn?
Yes. Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Okay.
So let me roll what dice I can roll that isn't my hunger, right?
Well, first you're just going to slake. How much? How much are you taking from? Who's the first one you're biting?
Serge, odds or even?
Odds.
Sybil.
Okay, so how much are you taking from Sybil?
I would like to take 1 from each. I'm trying to get down to 2 hunger. I do not want to eat more than that.
Okay, by suppressing the frenzy that is in you, you are able to slake 1 hunger from Sybil. Sybil, it is one of the most painful feeds you have ever experienced. I don't know that you've ever given this to another kindred, that you've ever fed someone directly from your vein, but it is as though Niles is chewing on you, opening you. You look down and you watch as your forearm is gored open by the sheer size of Niles's teeth. And Niles, you are not kind. You are not gentle. You are forceful, so much so that you can begin to see forearm bone beneath. And it is as you slake 1 hunger that you go into the frenzy that you delayed. That frenzy means that when moving on to Burroughs' blood, you cannot contain yourself from drinking more. You both must make a contested roll to get Niles off of you as Niles pivots directly off of Sybil and clamps onto Burroughs' wrist and begins devouring, eating harder than you ever have in your life, so much so that you can hear the wrist snap the second that Niles gets to the hand, and the hand falls limp. And Burroughs, immediately you're trying to wrench your hand away from a mad dog that is gnawing at you. I need.
It didn't look that bad to me from Sybil, but for me, I'm like, oh god.
No.
So first, do I gain a hunger from her feeding on me?
Yes, we're gonna go with that mechanic. I believe that's house ruling for us, but I think it makes sense. The two of you become hungrier as you give over to Niles.
So then, all right, so
it's either that or we could take damage, but I'd rather give you hunger than I would damage.
Sure. All right. So I've got 3 hunger, and what would you like me to roll to try to?
I'd like you to
push
make
them off me.
Well, let me ask you, is your first instinct as the roiling of your Ravnos blood runs through you as the Mustang begins to rev in your heart, is it to fight back or to push off?
I think it is to push off.
Okay. So make a strength plus athletics.
Like maybe even put my boot on their head and try to like kick them off me, but strength plus athletics.
Strength plus athletics. Niles, I would like you to make the strongest attack pool you can against Burroughs. I believe it'll probably just be strength plus brawl.
Yeah, it will be strength plus brawl.
But in your frenzy, I would also like you to initiate whatever Fleshcraft can do to make you more powerful in this circumstance.
Holy nuts!
I won't use Fleshcraft. I'll use Vicissitude.
Yes. So what does this look like? It's obviously not your hands, it's your teeth. But what does this look like as Niles tries desperately to hold on to his wrist?
I think it would grab him by the hands, though.
Yeah.
And I've already been growing talons, so it'd probably be reaching out and like just latching on to Burroughs, which is inadvertently probably making him bleed even more. But yeah, it's just to make sure that I do not let, like, if he's gonna boot me, I'm gonna try to not take the boot.
Got it.
I totally judo flipped Niles before, so my guard is down. I'm like, oh, this this kid's not that bad.
Okay.
I rolled 5 though. I got two crits, so that's a 4, and another one that's a 5.
One success.
I burned 1 willpower to get that other success. Yeah, so
Got
that's
it.
5 total. Just about the best I could have gotten with the dice I
Only
have.
1 success.
Only 1 success. Okay, you slake 2 hunger off of Burroughs before he is able to get you off. You feel as those sheened out knived hands that don't look unlike Lotta from below as the disgusting fleshcraft takes over across the hands, and the vicissitude implies into Burroughs's forearm. You can see as it creates these the 10 different entry points into your arm, and you become a ribbon of swords through you. How do you pull that off of you, Burroughs? What does this look like in your defense?
I think it's literally just like not even caring. I mean, I assume the arm is completely eviscerated at this point. So I'm just like taking one of my feet and just with all of my might kind of like how Vegeta did in Dragon Ball Z with one of those robots. I forget the name of them, but he just like tear myself off of her with, I suppose, my strongest muscle, which is one of my legs.
Got it. Yeah, you really boot them off, and finally there's this separation between you two. I want to just decide if this frenzy continues or if this moment, this slaking, is enough to contain Niles. Niles, could you make one more frenzy test?
Yes. And
the folks upstairs, you do hear a crash, a commotion downstairs as the echoing of the floors go through, and Niles is booted to the other side of the room.
Okay.
Anyone is free to make action.
I would be coming down at that point.
Okay.
3 successes, but a bestial failure on my 1 hunger dice that I have.
With your reduced hunger and the 3 successes, you are okay. There is no additional frenzy. The kick to your skull is enough to bring yourself back to some semblance of control. For your trouble, Burrows, you're going to take 1 aggravated damage.
Okay.
Niles is gonna like go and retreat immediately to a corner and just back away.
Got it.
Mal, did you come down with me when we heard that noise?
Well, upstairs, Mal has been continuing to rant at Enoch, and was on the point of like sending out a tendril of Oblivion to do Touch of Oblivion on him, just because they're so pissed off. But the crash from downstairs probably pulls them out of it, and they'll trail behind Allison after one last dirty look at Enoch. I had fucking plans for that secret, you shit.
Knock it off. And I'm like, whoa!
Yeah,
Okay.
Burrows is like
Fine.
on the floor,
Everyone's
like
fine.
cradling his
We're-
shredded arm.
Does anyone need
What the fuck happened now?
blood? Shit.
Mal,
We're
come here.
preventing an
Okay.
emergency.
I'll go over to Burrows and like try and, I don't know, pick him up or something.
As they are picking me up, I'm just gonna kind of pull her close within my ear.
Fuck. What?
We need to meet outside this club, just the 4 of us. Use them to get up.
I'll just start moving him outside then.
Yes. If you drained your bodies, which have been on ice for quite a while, they're still alive. They're still knocked out. If you drain them, you could slake probably 2 hunger.
Sorry, we have Amanda is not in the video right now.
Oh no.
Now they're here. They're there.
Okay, good.
Oh,
So if you're maple dripping them, as you're saying,
yes, if I'm maple dripping them.
if you are sapping these folks, it's probably
Yes.
just going to slake 1 hunger from someone.
I would. There's not a lot, but if it's 1 bag, it's 1 bag, and I'm like, anyone want it?
You take what's on tap. It's fresh, very cold
fresh.
blood.
I could use it.
Give it to Burrows.
I will
Burrows,
give it to Burrows.
you are able to slake 1 hunger off of this. It's a very unpleasant experience. The Ravnos like their meals hot, and this one is freezer cold.
And I personally like my meals from the people I love, so it's even harder.
I would have warmed it up, but it's.
I
no
mean, it's
time.
alive. It should be relatively warm, right? They're not dead.
They're kept in the cryogenic
that's true.
freezer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
I would
it's
have warmed
colder.
it up with my hands, but that ain't happening. So.
When Mal takes me out of the way upstairs or whatever, I'm again, like through clenched teeth and pain, I'm just like, the 4 of us, we need to reconvene. We need to fix this.
Okay. We can go to my church if you promise not to fucking kill anyone there again.
We'll get back to that, but yes.
Okay. Should we wait for
I'm
Sibyl?
gonna find.
Sybil?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna go back to Niles and get as close as they will let me get and just try to smooth it over. Are we ready to go? I understand that was a lot, and we'll get to that. But are you okay?
I think Niles will eventually nod their head and try to get up, but they're not making eye contact with you. and we'll allow you to lead them to wherever we're supposed to be going.
Okay, I lead them towards the hallway where Burroughs and Mal are.
All of you are up there in the lobby, Enoch and Allison included.
Burroughs and I are gonna go deal with his arm.
Yeah, I need to wrap this up.
Yep. We'll be back later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bride, we'll go see Bride. We'll go see Bride later, Allison.
Okay. Let me know
Thanks
when you're
for-
ready to go shopping.
Yeah,
Do
sure.
all four of you leave in tandem, or is it just Mal and Burroughs for now?
I think in pieces is less suspicious.
Ain't that suspicious?
I think-
I could.
Wait, did you guys tell
I
me
was,
everything
after
that
they
happened?
leave, I think I'll just.
I gave you some
You
highlights,
heard about the
but
prince, yeah.
yeah.
I think I've averted my attention to Enoch then, but I'm still standing behind Sybil.
So
That's it.
Mal and Burroughs slink out of the lobby, leaving Sybil and Niles standing in front of the Kingsters.
Oh, this is not awkward.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I'm
Look, can we just rip the band-aid off and just gonna go and say, if you try to kill him, which I've tried to as well, just know by default, I can't allow that.
Why would they try to kill me? I saved their life. Because we're
'cause you're-
friends.
No, you're an idiot. You do things without thinking. You're a genius when it comes to math and computers, but you are stupid as shit when it comes to people and politics, like I have told you many times. So, and I'm going to turn to the other two and I'm going to be like, do you see what I'm working with?
I think I'm the least of.
We're gonna-
I'm the least of Enoch's worries if
Oh, I know.
Bada finds out.
I know. Unlike him, I can figure that part out.
So I'm not
So-
responsible for his safety,
I know.
I'm not responsible for your safety.
obviously.
You're not responsible for a lot right now, so why don't you shut up and clean? Oh, shit. See,
Sybil's gonna take Niles outside if they'll let
bye.
him.
Let us know when you try to come back and kill us.
Quick heads up.
baby.
Okay,
When they
well, we're
leave,
not
I
gonna-
will tell you. Like, you can speak now, but I hope you do know that it's not just you set things in motion. Like, they'll now be coming after us. So now we have a lot more to worry about.
But
Okay.
now we have air cover from the top, the tippy top.
But could you have done it better? That's the thing.
Could I
You
have?
could have done it better.
What do you
know,
mean?
No, I get, like, how are you this smart? You are so, like, from now on, you touch nothing. You don't do politics. Go and examine the blood that's in the bodies. I need to know why that blood is so good. That's your job. I don't know. What else you got?
But
Tell
I'm
me.
so good at it.
You're good as a hemorrhoid. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine.
Think about.
What? I'm thinking. I'm waiting. You
I
gotta
just-
explain. You gotta sell this to me harder. You haven't yet.
I just wanted you to have everything that you deserve. And now you have it.
Oh god, is this
All the
weird?
power, all the influence. Your
Really?
daddy is gonna get what's coming to him. Now you get everything you want.
Right now, I don't have everything I want. Right now, I have a bunch of pissed off vampires waiting to find out what you said is true or not. So either they find out it's true, and now I got to deal with these assholes on top of them trying to kill us, because now it's personal, or they don't. And now, not only are you on the prince's radar, but then you put me in danger.
I think you're...
You see where you could have talked about this with me. And the fact that you didn't tells me a lot more.
I was just trying to make you happy.
Then why do you keep pissing me off?
Because I love you?
No. If you loved me, you would do things that would make me love you. You are doing things that make me annoyed at you. You are not my child. What is this incest crap with these people always saying that? You are not a child. I am not your mother, nor will I ever be your mommy. Wise.
Well, you can be mad at me.
Stop looking at me with those eyes, too. You fucking weird. Just stop looking at me with the puppy dog eyes, too. Look at the ground. Ugh.
You can be mad at me.
Oh,
and
I'm
that's
pissed.
okay. But you're safe. And you're powerful. And you're rich. And you're
I'm in a club.
You're at the top now, baby.
I am in a dirty club with a guy looking at the floor, whimpering, and I have a bunch of vampires pissed off. That is what I have right now. Everything you're saying is a possibility in the future. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. You are great with science. So do me a favor and find out what's with the bodies downstairs, because that's the only thing I can trust you with.
All right.
Don't, and as I'll be like, don't make any plans without me knowing.
All right.
All right? And do me a favor, your kind of like wimpy attitude is really dragging me down. I'm gonna need you to vamp the fuck up.
Well, which is it look at the floor or is it vamp the fuck up? Those are conflicting information, baby.
Oh my god. You can look up now.
As Enoch looks up, we smash cut to Baby Blue outside of the church. The church still foreclosed, yes?
I would have asked Mal to drive.
Oh.
And on the drive, Burroughs is really in a lot of pain. And I think through that pain, he's just trying to ignore it by just like talking out loud. And he just, squeezes out things like, what I did last night, it was fucked up. But you gotta understand, Mal, when people put me in a corner, I don't usually tell them the truth. The fact that I fessed up, it's a sign of progress, and I'm sorry, but if it means anything, I didn't want to lie to you. I didn't want to do the same thing I've done to everybody else in my life.
That's actually kind of nice. I respect the intent. I'm still pissed, though. You're still not doing church in my church.
Yeah, if it helps at all, I am in so much goddamn pain.
Yeah, that does actually help a lot.
I'm glad. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. What the fuck are we gonna do, dude? Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? I had plans for that secret. Like, I would have talked to you guys first, obviously, but I had plans, and now it's fucked, and... What do we do? Do we go check on Lotta? Is she gonna fucking kill us? I don't really care, actually. You know what? No, I don't care. If she kills us, great. If she doesn't, cool. I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, we all had plans. We all wanted a meeting with the prince, and I think we all understand, even if Enoch doesn't, that we just got screwed tonight.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit something. I've been on the fence this whole goddamn time. Ever since I got out, ever since I've been able to finally do my own damn thing, I've been trying to do the same thing I've done my whole damn life. Just make those people at the tower make those people above me happy, kiss their ass, dance, and do a little jingle for them. And I don't know, something about finding out from Enoch, knowing what he did, it clarified things for me. I don't know if I really care so much about the Camarilla anymore, but I know for one goddamn sure thing, we can't just let them have everything. We can't just let them have this door. So whatever we can do to bring some kind of balance back to this, I'd be happy with that.
It's good to hear. I've been fucking done with the cam since we got here.
They're a bunch of weird assholes.
They're a bunch of weird assholes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with them?
I've been asking that question my whole life because I've dealt with people like them since I was a kid.
Sucks.
Let's wait for the others. We can hash something out.
Glad we're on the same page at least.
Niles, excuse me. Niles and Sybil, is there any conversation on the way, or do we have a cataclysmic meeting at the church?
I don't know, because I wouldn't mind talking, but I also would like to have my bike with me at the same time, because it is at Club Canaan, and I don't want to leave it behind. So I don't know how that happens.
I mean, we could take your bike. I don't need to, the van is marked, so if that's easier to take the bike, that's cool.
Okay.
So
cool.
Circus stays at Club Canaan, and the two of you are on Niles's bike.
Yeah.
Got it.
Keep the wrap around on the low part of my fucking. Please don't touch the
open bleeding.
The
I'm
burns.
not gonna tuck my hands in your rib cage. That's
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Keep going till we get to the church.
Okay. Without further ado, then we arrive at the church.
I'm the last one to enter. Quiet as shit.
Okay. So, what the fuck?
Yeah, let's let it all out now that we didn't do it in front of Enoch.
Oh, I did. Sorry, I didn't realize we were keeping it in.
The only reason I'm keeping it in is because I've learned my lesson. You don't slap a kindred in the face. You wish them well and you work behind their back. I'm slow, but I'm not stupid, and I'm learning.
I might be stupid then.
That's all right. We're all a little bit stupid. Look, we got to get ahead of this. We got to divide and conquer if possible. I think best case scenario is we find that other key and I don't know, maybe we give it to the Anarchs. We do something so that the prince can't open that damn door.
Yeah. I agree. We need to put a bigger group in front of us, and the can't be that group anymore.
No. Can we still play both sides of it? Is there a way?
I don't know. If the prince,
I still have.
Sybil, you think that
I still have.
If the prince finds out that we gave the key to the Anarchs, he's just going to be okay with us?
No. But no one's told us to go get this key for the Anarchs.
Yeah.
So we don't have to report back on any of these activities. We just have to stay quiet, which is something we struggle with. But if we can get the key and make sure the Anarchs get it, like Enoch said, we're in better graces now. We just have to keep doing our jobs.
We have an in with the Anarchs too, with Niles. They already kind of know they're in there, kind of.
I'm going to gesture to Niles and be like, what about Lotta? We really don't tell them anything? I got to admit, I owe her a favor, if anything.
But we promised Lotta that we wouldn't say anything. If she finds out that people are coming for her, that means that she knows. And that's, I don't know what that means for us. But
he threw us to the lions. Why don't we throw him? We say, we didn't do it. He did. He did without us knowing.
Okay, but he did. He did do it. But if he's under protection of the prince, then whatever happens after that technically doesn't have anything to do with us.
What do you
If
mean?
they kill Lotta, if Lotta finds out, which she's going to, because they're going to come for her, we tell her the truth, exactly what happened. Enoch told. Now she might still be mad at all of us, but if we can single him out and he's under the protection of the prince, if she goes after Enoch, she's going to run into the prince, and whatever happens there.
I mean, if we convince her that protecting the door is more important than our mistakes, that might be the only thing that would stop her for the time being, but...
And she does have an army. Those fish fucked you guys up.
I don't think we have to convince her.
She's got an army of that undead, too. Those folks floating in the water.
That's true.
All right, but Enoch said something about, the prince is currently checking that out. I mean, what if he found nothing? I mean, is there some way? Do we have some ability to make whatever this team is going out there to not find anything? I know I don't have that ability, short of killing them.
Yeah, murder's my only option too.
All right, so maybe we
can't tell them ahead of time.
Listen, maybe we let them know. The prince is going to find out one way or another. Maybe what we do is we focus our energy on getting that key. I mean, what are the most obvious options? The coterie in town, maybe they know something, or maybe we talk to somebody that knows something.
I mean, sorry, I got distracted by Kira snoring. No, it's good. It's so good. I mean, it depends on... Niles, how do you feel about Lotta maybe dying? Like, that's a thing that you're gonna have to sit with, and I don't know where you're living on that, dude.
Niles does not answer you on that questioning, because I don't know.
No? Great.
There is this flash through your mind at the concept as soon as the words leave Mal's lips, and you remember the cottage you woke up in with the thatch roof, a farm and a family you once had. You remember the first time you ascended the steps to Lotta and she put out her hand to you, and you are stepping through a few flashed seconds of the memories of Casimir and filled with this bloom of love across your chest, almost like the spirit of that man is trying desperately to speak through every cell of your body.
Mm-hmm.
If we can do whatever we can to help her. I don't want to leave her just high and dry.
I don't either.
Me either. So we divide and conquer, I guess? I can get us down there secret and fast. If you political people can talk your good talk. I don't know. That's what I've got. That's where my brain's at, is two of us go protect her as much as we can. Two of us try to get the key.
Okay. And we treat it like a breach, like we were hacked. I don't think she'll understand that, but that's how we should present it.
Yeah, use maybe a more medieval term, like our
infiltration.
Castle was raided or something. Yeah.
Betrayal.
Somebody stole
A spy
a
amongst
crow.
Well, we'll find the right words, maybe. I don't know, it's Niles and me, we don't talk that great.
All right, so...
We got time.
So who do we go talk to then? We go into the Hecata?
I could also maybe.
What if we... See, I don't want to include Enoch anywhere near this, but I mean, what if we did go under the guise of all of us? That way, nothing seems too suspicious that only two of us showed up. What if 4 of us showed up? We just don't tell Enoch what we're doing.
How do we explain where Niles and I are then?
Niles is, I don't know, eating.
I
Wait,
was gonna say.
I can say I have a thing that I need their help with, because that's technically true, and that we'll meet up with you guys later.
All right.
It'll work.
It's nothing
Alright.
serious, Niles.
Okay.
So, is there any way that you guys can communicate with us while we're at the Hikata? Maybe you can send spoons, but that would be a couple hours if you're all the way in Lake Mead.
I'll stay far away if you want to use the phone.
Yeah, we've determined there's cell service down there. So
Did
That's
we?
the
I
only-
know we had a phone. I don't know if we had cell service, but
We Googled something. I don't know what we did.
what about that? What
Yeah.
about that house in the
Yeah, we
desert,
got
Miles?
bars.
Can't you talk to them that way?
House in the desert.
Can
I
she
can
sense the little bubble
Oh
gums
yeah, no.
in the desert?
mansion.
That'll
It would
be
at least be within
closer
cell
to
Don't
service.
mention.
And
We can
don't
at least warn her if we're not ahead of those who are after her.
and they won't be able to see it, and they won't see us there, so it won't be obvious that we're telling her.
So we can go to the mansion first and then go to Mead then?
I don't think we even need to go to Mead if we go to the mansion. If we warn her ahead of time, she's got the army.
Okay.
Unless you want to go,
Also, if she responds badly,
we're
I
farther.
don't
you guys
yeah.
won't be down
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We'll see. I don't know.
Mansion first, and then we'll see.
Okay.
If you go to the mansion and we go to Hikata, we'll probably be there a little bit longer than you. I think once you get that message across, you head to where we are and maybe wait outside. That way, if we do get the key and we have to mad dash scramble the hell out of there, we can at least toss it to you before they pull us back in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you feel good about this? You don't look certain.
I don't feel good about anything.
What'll make you feel better?
Nothing's gonna
Yeah.
make me feel better.
Cool, then we just gotta go.
Actually, I do have something that might help, and I'm gonna pull out a little bit of lip balm, a little bit of like tiger balm that I bought, and I'm just gonna offer it to Niles and be like, I've been putting it on my burns, and it kind of helps with the itching. So I don't know, just help a little bit with the whole crusty side of you.
Miles hesitantly grabs it and takes it.
You're welcome
Thank
for eating
you.
half of me.
Sorry.
It's all right. I wanted to do it. I willingly did it, and I'd do it again. Just remember that.
You gotta watch each other.
Miles does not like that, but okay.
I do it. I do it 2 more times, and then not after that.
All right.
Alright. Break, I guess.
Yeah. I think Sybil and I are going to head back to Club Canaan with the thought of telling Amanda or Allison and Enoch that we're going to go to the Hikata tonight. And Mal and Niles have other business.
Okay. Kingsters, is there anything that you two would have discussed during the church, or would we like to just jump to Burroughs asking you all to join him, which we don't necessarily need a scene for unless you'd like one. I'm starting to look at this clock and realize that we're a stream show. So,
Right.
Yeah, no. I the only thing I would have covered is like we would have just been snipping. I would have been cleaning up my area with the blood and the carnage. I would have been just snippy at him as I clean up. I'm like, bitchy. And I would agree to that if it was a quick phone call.
got it. And Burroughs, did you want that to be a scene, or do we want to just put in a call and get them abreast?
Yeah, I
of the
think
situation?
all I'll be doing is just like buying a bunch of like I'll just get like a sling and put my arm in a sling. But I'll put on my nicest printed shirt, and it's like a printed shirt like this, but it's got a tuxedo, and that's what I'll wear.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring my samurai
beautiful.
sword. Otherwise,
Oh, yes. Please.
Yeah, let's go through Alice and Enoch and Sybil. You can sort of describe what preparations are put forward to get warmed up and ready for the Hikata mansion, for the Rothstein estate.
So, like, are we...
Yes.
Is the decision that we're going there immediately, like, straight away?
we'll pick you up in like an hour or two.
Okay. In
Is
an
it a
hour.
theme? Are we going in a theme, by the way, guys? Are we
They
doing...
And powerful.
The invitation you were given through Santos and Elysium actually did give indication. It's a black and white party.
Excellent. Thank you.
I think the thing that I would definitely, especially if it's going to be in an hour or two, we don't need to necessarily have a scene for it, but I think Enoch would definitely make sure that Allison understands, like, what's gonna happen with her dad. Like, if we don't go look for him, someone else is gonna get to him, and there's not gonna be anything left of him.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
That's what Allison would have just been like, okay. You won't know what that means, but okay. While she gets dressed.
Beautiful. Is there anything else we want to declare in preparation for the party and for the trip out to the mansion in Lake Mead?
I have had my fucking shotgun in Burroughs' car for a minute, so I will make sure to take that out and put it in its nice fancy holder on my bike.
Very good.
And I make sure that I have whose knife did I have? I have someone's knife. I have 3-foot's knife. I have 3-foot's knife in my boot.
3-foot's knife. I forgot about that thing.
I have an inventory.
3-foot's knife.
I also have our busted checkerboard.
How many revolvers do you have?
I have 0 guns. I have a knife and my fists.
Okay. It's not like guns would really help here anyways, so.
Sybil's gonna get a haircut. That's the prep. Is a haircut.
Beautiful. All
Nails.
right. Unless there is any other business we want to accomplish here. Going
Only
once.
that my nails are I purposely sharpen my nails kind of to be ready to go like a claw if I need to like do some digging.
They are razor sharp, beautiful, and deadly, just like Allison. Absolutely gorgeous, but could kill you in a second. Okay. With that, then, I think we should take our break. We should come back with a lot to do in the next 2 hours of our
We're already
show.
halfway fucking done. It's been
Almost.
10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost.
Mhm.
Yeah. Should we-
halfway
10
there.
Should we be back in 10, 12:50?
Okay.
Something like that.
10?
I need a snack.
That's a 10.
We will be back then. Bye, guys.
Thank
All
you.
right. I was just given the worst alternative to the grapefruit method I think I've ever heard in my life. I changed me as a human being. I don't know if I can do the rest of this session, but I'm going to try. Okay. Northeast of Nellis Air Force Base, south of the Valley of Fire, high on the ridges of the canyon overlooking your first trial, the I-15. There is a climb in through winding roads and desolate red sand stretches of verticality. It's nothing, absolutely nothing but baby blue against the dust kicked up with every push of that engine, until it isn't. We're driving through to the Rothstein estate, and as you round the peak, as the wind whips your dead faces, you're greeted with it. A massive acreage of land that is barriered by a desert stucco wall that runs the length of the mansion. From what you can see here, there are as many as 8 buildings, all of them mansions in their own right, besides the 9th sitting at the main perspective of the estate. The 9th, the largest, is a monolith to the sky. Its sheer size is enough to make you wonder for its virtual invisibility from the real world. Its stone facing reads more like a cemetery or a prison than it does a home. The gravestone stands tall and unbroken in its design, reaching up to near 8 stories as far as you can tell. The estate is littered with tall lights that dot the entry streets into the main quad. There's a person in full service uniform standing nearly every 10 feet into the estate, standing perfectly still, as if at beck and call. They barely blink, look sickly and hazed. The gates are closed, but it seems as though the estate is very much alive tonight. There are lines and lines of cars parked alongside the inside of the estate, and there are droves of people mobilizing across the main lawn. As many as hundreds. You'd guess even just here in the quad, you're looking at maybe 300 people in attendance before you've even entered any of the main buildings. It is massive property. As you arrive, you're in line with at least 10 other cars. You're the last in that line, and they are checking names at the gate. This massive wrought iron affair that enters into the Rothstein estate. Are there any preparations, anything you would like to say, anything you would like to do, anything you'd like to accomplish before you arrive for your own name check at these wrought iron gates?
Yes, I just want to check if Allison would make me change or if I could get away with wearing my janitor outfit.
No.
That's what
You
I
would
thought.
have. You would have. There's no way in hell. You look good.
Yes, let's go around the 4 of us joining the Hikata for the night. Just give me a brief description of what it is you have on. I know we started with Burroughs, but is there anything you'd like to add on to that beautiful tuxedoed pattern shirt, Burroughs?
Maybe some of the rings I've collected. I put a couple extra rings on, maybe a gold chain or something. Yeah,
okay.
That's about it.
What about you, Enoch, now that you've been forced out of your janitorial debut?
Well, if I must, I'll go back to my black on black on black on black on black Prada with the I've never said this before, but I like to think Enoch wears like a really nice wedding ring.
Okay.
Like a nice like band.
Love that.
And then also I have the knife that the prince gave me tucked into my lapel.
That's on open display? Can we
No,
see
like
the
inside, like
okay
concealed.
Inside of okay,
Yes.
Perfect. Concealed carry. You fit in right at home. In fact, many of these guests look like Enoch, svelte, slim, all black individuals moving towards the front gate. Sybil, what about you?
Yes. So Sybil has a clean-cut platinum shave with some abstracted like wing stuff going on over the ears. They have an spring Armani 2023, but don't worry about it, suit, which is oversized white blazer with one button, but the button is like at the belly button, so it's the deepest V you've ever seen. This oversized but boot cut, black, or no, white, like slacks, and then a almost completely transparent but plastic chunky 4-inch heel with white nail polish on the hands and the feet, and pearl studs here. And it looks like a chest piercing, but she doesn't have her chest pierced. She really just probably glued a pearl to her clavicle. And I think that's where we're at.
Beautiful. And not to save the best for last, but Allison?
No. In a very similar, Allison went and got some Versace. So she's wearing some lovely Versace suit, but she has a custom corset that she had done in Paris, if you will. And she purposely is black, but she has, her accents are, so she has a ruby necklace, poppin' red lipstick, and even a good 4-inch spike heel, red pop. There we go. Hair is also actually sleeked back to do counter contrast. So very sleek back.
Beautiful.
Bitch.
I'll take it.
As we're
Bitchy
going
look.
in there, I like to think that Enoch is just standing behind Allison, like.
Yeah, the blood is boiling underneath Enoch's flesh, definitely.
Like I wouldn't even
seeing
have to make a
Allison.
roll to rouse the blood. Like it's
No.
like we're roused.
It's roused. We're all pretty roused in this car right now.
Everyone, I want everyone on their best behavior. Let's be nice and charming.
Allison's prepping. Yeah, got it.
They allow you in after checking your names at the gate. There's a brief ask on whether Niles and Mal will be in later attendance. Is there anything you'd like to tell the doorman as he questions?
We would like to have a little bit of an audience with our friend Shlomo, if you know that he's here.
Rothstein Jr. will be in attendance, of course. He will be giving the main address. I'm sure there will be some time for you to speak with him before the night is over. As for your friends, do they plan on joining us later, or is it just the four of you in attendance? And he gestures to the two names on the list, of which Niles and Mal is not in attendance.
It'll just be the four of us. They're finishing some business. If that changes, we'll let you know.
Understood.
They haven't. Let's just say they haven't really gotten enough time to eat, and they're not up to our standards.
Well, it is a shame we can't show them the lovely festivities we've prepared for tonight. All of you will be dining quite well.
What does that mean?
Oh, were we supposed to have a response to that?
No, you all are by any means allowed entry into the estate. You are free to patrol the grounds, and you may speak with Rothstein Jr. as soon as the address is over.
Now,
May I? Oh, go.
I just want to be crystal clear. We're your guests. Just so it's all laid out explicitly for us, is there anything we absolutely should not do?
Ignore this one. What he would like to know is, since this is our first time here, what would you recommend we start first? Where do you think we should go first?
Well, the main hall, and he points to that largest building, the gravestone that sits in the center, will be where Rothstein, the master of the estate, will be giving an address on, well, a sort of point of celebration after the successful
right, but
proceedings earlier in the week.
This is your territory. I'm asking the local knowledge. Where do you think, where's a good part for us to go check out?
Well, I know. Give me one.
Oh, and
moment.
I just so you know, I have activated awe. So
Okay.
hopefully that a little extra vava.
And you do notice that this man is most likely mortal. You do not sense that this is kindred. He really is just a doorman. But he speaks out and he says, well, I know the Countess would love for all of you to attend one of her exposés. She will be putting on a presentation.
Did you say one of whore or one of her?
Her.
Oh, okay. All right. Excuse me.
There are plenty of escorts around here.
Oh, I
if
didn't know
that's
it was that kind of
something you're
party.
interested in. I could arrange something. Would you appreciate some whores sent your way? We prefer sex worker.
I was going to say, I would just ask politely that we use the proper term with them. We do not call them whores. Do you understand? I'm just saying, we're all grown. Like,
are you instructing me on what your friend said?
I'm saying for everybody. Because
yes, this is your fault.
Everybody.
It's your fault that he said that.
I apologize. Whatever I can do to rectify this mistake, please allow me. And I will. Just please don't speak to Master Rothstein about this, especially not the Countess.
You know what? That will be between us. How about
I'm
this?
so sorry your friend
That's okay.
said that.
How about this? I might not now, but a little bit later tonight. What's your name?
It's Ronald.
Ronald.
McDonald?
I feel like I've used that name before.
No. Ron. Can I call you Ron?
That's not the guy at Harbor Freight, is it? Somebody name check that.
No.
Everybody is named Ron.
It is. And it's Ron at Harbor Freight.
Shit! Damn it! No, my name is Armand.
Armand. Are you? Where are you? That's okay, Armand. I'm Allison. This will be between us. Don't worry. If I get a little lost or I may get confused or work, do you mind if I come back a little bit later? Where are you located?
At the. He points at the gate.
Okay,
the gate?
You're always at the gate.
I'll be running the names, and he holds up the name that he's checked all of you off.
Do you have a cell phone?
Do I have a cell?
Do you have
of
a cell
course,
phone?
I have a cell phone. He rummages through his pocket and brings it out.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take one of our phones. I'm going to go ahead and take his number and put it into my phone. And I'll be like, perfect. If I need any assistance, I will be sure to go ahead. And by the way, I marked me as VIP on your phone in favorite, so you will find me.
Of course. If there's anything I can do for your group. Again, I'm so sorry that your friend said that.
It happens. It's okay. We're all people.
Of course. And if you could just not mention this to the Countess.
Our secret.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You have a fabulous evening and shift, Armand. I don't want to hold you up.
Yes, of course. It was just as I said. The estate, the address to the celebration of the ritual's success will be going on in the main building. You can go and see Countess's presentation, and then Mistress Mira will also be hosting a feast.
Okay. And where do we not want to go so we don't insult anybody?
Just avoid the upper floors of the main building. The party is only taking place on the first 2 floors of the main building.
Oh, excellent. We just want to make sure we pay respect and we don't overstep any.
Of course, you are our gracious guests as members and esteemed task force of the Camarilla. It is an honor to have the Camarilla's favorites here at the mansion.
I will let you get back to work, but thank you so much, Armand.
Thank you all again. I'm so sorry you said that.
As we're walking away,
yes.
I pat him on the chest and I just lean into him and I say, listen, if you ever get sick of working for these assholes, I recently got free reign to take on a few pets. So if you ever want a different job, you just give your old pal Enoch a call. Here's my card.
Do you give him a card?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
It's just a post-it note with my phone number written on it, but I call it my card.
Beautiful. He looks at you and he says, that won't be necessary. When you're a part of the Rothsteins, you're within the family. And I do appreciate my place in the family. And he becomes very serious for a moment before he starts to walk back to his stall.
Suspicious.
I'm like this. Can you not insult people while we're trying to be smooth?
I'm sorry, he looked in distress.
Right, okay. Think of it like Twitter. You say less than 60 words. Short, concise.
I'm pretty sure that was less than 60 words.
Okay, that's true. I'm trying to think. I'm walking in.
I understand what you're saying. I'm sorry, let's go.
I already walked in.
You drive Baby Blue in through the estate. Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to park? Is there anywhere you'd like to check out? Again, there's like a field. It's like almost like convention center size estate. Huge amount of people everywhere. They're all walking in a part of these beautiful, black and white couples that are strolling up to the front estate and gathering into this large crowd.
While we are all together, all four of us, I kind of want to lean in and be like, clarifying objective. Like, where are we split? Are we staying together or splitting off?
We're just go ahead.
I think we should all work the room. Do the crowd work.
Yeah.
I think Enoch's right. We're just here as watchmen.
Okay.
Would you like to, like me to, I know it's been a long time since we remember what the Camarilla asked us to do here. Would you guys like a clarification on what that is?
Yes, please.
That's probably a smart idea.
You were instructed to speak with Shlomo Rothstein Sr. on the requirements in assisting them in a ritual that was to take place this week, and to make sure that that went off without a hitch, while reporting back to the Camarilla on what that maintained.
Now, the Hecata is assisting the Camarilla with that ritual, or the
Camarilla is assisting the Hecata. Really, you all are here as witnesses and gophers for Rothstein to really report back to the prince on what's actually happening here while assisting them. That's the quid pro quo. Okay. This was, of course, also in an effort to bring back Dino, the primogen of the Ravnos.
Yes.
And of course, you also have this ulterior motive of trying to find the key now.
Speaking of which, can I, while we're going in, and you can tell me no, of course, can I try to do a arouse check and evoke a premonition?
Sure. Give me a rouse.
So rouse and then resolve plus aspects.
Yep.
Rouse check first. Fail, I get hungrier. So that puts me at 2 hunger.
Before you roll for your premonition, what is it you're looking for in specific when it comes to the universe and the cobweb's response to it?
I would like to A, see who's been coming and going from this place. B, see if I can glean any information about the key. C, see if the key is on site.
Pick one of those letters.
Let's go D. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to flip you off.
Okay, so you're looking if the key is here.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, it's a premonition, so vaguest terms possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 6 dice. Just 1 success.
Just 1 success. You get basically assaulted. It feels like a bullet wound enters into your forehead as this massive memory pushes its way to the forefront of you, and you lose sight for a moment. And in your mind's eye, as your eyes close behind itself, you can see the only true vision you get is a swarm of wasps over each other, and this sort of buzzing that fills your head. And for a moment, it feels like your mind is filled with bees, with wasps.
So then, out of nowhere, Enoch kind of starts like freaking out a little bit and just like starting to bat away the insects.
There are plenty of these guests that have stopped and stared as you are fighting invisible insects.
The rest of the group is not going to be dealing with this, so while they're doing that in the background, I think Burroughs is like kind of surveying the land and seeing where the party is congregating and realizing that whatever we really want to truly find here is probably not going to be available to the public, and probably turn to Niles and Sybil and say something like, there's a situation we really could have used Mal.
Niles with me.
Allison.
Oh, excuse me. So just Allison, or excuse me, just Sybil is who I'm saying it to.
Yeah.
You want to give her a call? Give them a call?
How?
Shit, you can contact Niles.
Yeah. I mean, but what do we say? There's some good sneaking here.
You think you can be quiet? Because I sure as hell can't be quiet if you try to sneak.
No, but I don't think we have to be sneaky. There's some things that people let kindred do, like find something to eat and sneak off somewhere privately.
All right.
Go ahead.
I think I just would probably end the conversation with, well, all right, maybe I just work the room and try to keep Allison.
Actually, good point. We're like in the woods, in like not the woods because it's the desert. We're in the
like
coterie,
a
right?
canyon. You're in the valley of fire, basically. This is like fucking empty. Imagine the same sort of circumstance that that Niles' mansion is within. This place is so high up, so detached, and so removed that you can't even see the huge mansions from I-15.
Well, who knows if we
it's
even have an internet service then or a cell service.
Yeah. Well, you do at the bottom of Lake Mead because Caleb's a fucking idiot. So you can
We
probably...
had cell power. We didn't have an actual connection, I don't think. We didn't reach out to anybody, right? Yeah, we were
can't
just what
remember.
time it was.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if I let you guys make a phone call. I let too much shit slide like that.
No.
We had our phones, but we didn't communicate with anyone.
Okay, thank God.
Can I summon some snakes? A snake.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely you can. Do you have to roll for that whatsoever?
I
or
do.
It just
I
happens,
do.
right?
And suddenly snakes.
Let's just
okay, well,
throw
no.
a danger noodle into this.
Yeah.
So there's
Give me some
there's
pythons.
a roll for success: manipulation and animalism, or charisma and animalism.
Okay.
What do I?
What are you trying to accomplish with these snakes?
I want a snake that'll look around for us and tell us when something is weird. Or like even just like a lookout. I basically just want to hire a temporary familiar for this party.
Got it.
But
Go ahead and give me that roll then.
okay.
While this is happening very quickly, I didn't. Allison kind of didn't expect that from Enoch, where he's just flipping, and it's like, I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go silence of death, so therefore I can start muting my sounds because my objective is to eventually go into unseen passage, so no one can really keep an eye on me, so I can get in the crowd. But I need to know how close I am to Enoch when all this was going down, and how much attention's on me.
I imagine you were probably standing pretty close, right? The four of you came in together.
Okay, and they too slipped off. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna do silence of death because that's still a free roll and I can still just quiet my footsteps, but I'm going to try to get his arms down. I'll be like,
Bees!
Stop. If you can't get your fucking shit together, go to the fucking car, because that's apparently the only fucking thing you could do. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
No, shut the fuck up. Do you understand me? Get it together or fuck off. Which one is it? What is it?
I'll get it together. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Shut the fuck up now and try. Actually, no, don't shut the fuck up because you'll do it. Be charming. Just chill.
Okay.
Thank you. And then I'm going to turn back to the crowd and smile like nothing happened. Like,
Performance art.
They all, it has now escalated from what was a man fighting invisible bees to one of the most toxic displays of love ever conceived. And while many people believe that you probably need therapy, there are so many kindred among these hundreds that you don't stick out that much. This is sometimes the affliction of what we are.
I will reconnect with Allison and Enoch, letting Sybil do what they want to do, because as far as I am concerned, Sybil is the only one who can sneak away at this point. I'm going to try to I'll go with Alice and Enoch closer to like what everyone's doing, and like really try to ingratiate ourselves, introduce ourselves, and just get a vibe of what's going on. See if there's any music playing, anything, what's happening at this party.
Absolutely. Let me get that animalism check first. How'd we do, Zach?
That's 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you do. What does this look like when you call these snakes? How do you do it? Well, what's the concept?
At this point, now that she's gone up in animalism a little bit, it's really going to a window and like going fully out the window and sticking her hand down, and a snake crawls up her arm.
Okay.
And then she comes back into the party.
Got it. So out here on the quad, you reach your hands down, and the night snake, which is a form of Las Vegas and really the Mojave's desert, smooths itself out onto your arm. It's this beautiful copper-spotted snake that coils itself very nicely around you. You definitely have a familiar, at least for the duration of this party.
Okay, good. I don't have an action for it. I just want it now.
Okay.
I agree with Burroughs. I think either you said there was a presentation later and a feast, right?
You all, as Burroughs is ingratiating and you're picking up your snake, as you all are on like the front lawn quad, imagine that this is a massive, like 8 structure long quad that leads up to the main house. As you are walking down this portion and you can feel the night air on you, you can see the starry sky of Las Vegas overhead and the big moon in view. You do notice that one of those presentations they had mentioned must already be on display out here before the address has been made by Rothstein. It looks as though a 24-person seating has been set up on tarps along the front lawn of the main proceeding on that 9th building, basically. So this long stretch of grass has been tarped over with this very nice white fabric, and then a beautiful table setting, an antique probably, made of this very nice stone tablet, like perfect slate gray. But that then has also been tarped over with that same very almost like satin white fabric that runs along it. Those place seatings have been made. Currently, there is only one person at the table, and she is absolutely gorgeous, of a Middle Eastern descent, you'd guess. Long, flowing brown hair that has been made up in these very wavy curls that have been perfectly curated on an asymmetrical side of her face. She's older. She's probably in her late 30s, early 40s, so closer to Burroughs than she is any of you. She is beautifully bejeweled and in this long, flowing white dress that is sashed over with fabrics and accented with many different colors. She has this very long, elaborate, swirled out eyeliner that crawls down both sides of her cheeks. And displayed out on this 24-seat table are 6 bodies that have been sectioned and quartered like slabs of meat. First cut off at the shoulders, then the midsection, then down to the pelvis, then the legs, and splayed out accordingly, like butcher's cuts across the entire seating. And she is sitting in the center. It is clear as the two of you are sort of ingratiating into the crowd, and the couples and guests are talking to each other and chattering over the sound of this beautiful classical music that is pumping through the loudspeakers across the entire quad. Just from the sheer smell and sight, these bodies were just killed and just maimed. It is beginning to lift up into the air, and if any of you were hungrier than you are now, you would be in a lot of trouble. But for now, it is just the smell of freshly made corpse. And it's clear as you get closer that she is speaking, but from the sheer distance you're at now, it's harder to make out.
She is speaking. Burroughs is going to hear the music and turn to Allison and say, care to dance? I think you might be muted.
Allison will go ahead and smile and go ahead and grab the hand and we'll go and dance.
Even if we're the only ones, Burroughs will kind of make a show of it, even more so. And while we are dancing, Burroughs is going to say, how you feeling?
Stressed.
Yeah.
But do I look it?
You look fabulous, darling.
That's all that matters right now. Okay, so let's lay things out on the table, right? I think you and I can just be blunt about that.
I've always known you to be someone who I could be blunt with, yes.
Thank you.
Listen.
Do I have to worry about people coming and burning us at night? That's a question I need to know.
No. What I need to know from you is, are you happy with the situation, or are you willing to maybe rectify things a little bit?
I am not 100% happy. No, I am not happy with the situation. But you also know I am also a survivor. So that's where I have to keep I'm just letting you know my options.
Look, where all this falls in the end, I really don't care, and I have no
Fair.
malice, certainly against you. But if you could help us tonight, we need that key, and we have a suspicion that the Hecata have it. I know you're one of the only ones amongst us that can sneak around better. If I make a show of things, would you mind looking for that key? And if you find it, would you keep it from Enoch and give it to one of us?
I'll go find the key. And I will keep it from Enoch. And I will make sure that it's protected.
All you got to do...
And then if I feel like you're honest, then I'll give you the location. How's that?
I've never not been honest with you. None of us have anything we want to do against you. We just want to make things right.
I'll go for the key. I promise. I will do my best to get the key. Do you have... What are you planning on... Well, shall we wait till after the speech?
Definitely after the speech, maybe even during it.
Oh.
But I'm just going to spend my time trying to be my usual charming self to keep everybody distracted from whatever you guys try to do. I know Sybil's out there somewhere, so if you run into her, just work with her.
Do me a favor. Dip me really quick. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we'll do that. If I get the key, do I just head straight out?
Find one of us. Find one of us. If you're under heat, then get the hell out. We're hoping that Niles and Mal catch up to us before the night's over. We need to get this away.
Yes, that I 1,000% agree. I'll go for the key.
Please, Allison, don't fuck us.
I will do my very best. And
it was a pleasure.
And I hope we get more of it.
I've already told you the offer still stands. You're always welcome back.
That's the thing about some marriages and relationships. There's got to be some terms with that. But that's for a later time. Okay.
Could the two of you make me a performance plus charisma roll?
Okay,
Bitch,
definitely popping off presence. Definitely popping off presence.
I am definitely got you there.
And you said performance plus what?
Charisma.
Okay.
Should be very easy for the two of you.
It should indeed.
Hold on, let me get them. 1, 2, 4.
And charisma. I'm almost out of dice here. Jeez. All right, here we go.
We're at 7?
Just about. A little bit more.
Oh, you did 1, 2, 3,
4 totals.
Okay.
Total successes in my part.
So a total of 8 successes between the two of you, 4 for
Yes.
each. You are a spectacle immediately. In fact, most folk there consider the two of you to be a couple almost immediately. Enoch, that might rile some of that blood to the surface as you see yet again Burroughs is making a cuckold of your family.
Is it to the point where I need to make a roll?
I don't know. Do you think the sight of Burroughs dipping her and them in very close conversation would drive you insane currently?
It's definitely not gonna be easy, but like I think from a will point of view, I know if I didn't just sit there and take it, Allison would be pissed. So I'm going to try.
So the directive from Allison, I think, will override that. I think you're right that your allegiance to her is more important than the jealousy you're feeling right now. So it is biting everything back. It's so hard to watch, but you do your best, and it doesn't seem as though you have to kill anyone yet. But there is a noticeable crowd that forms about and claps with the dip and then begins dancing alongside you as well. And it becomes a phenomenon enough that this dancing circle becomes closer to that festivity happening at the 20-seated table. And it seems as though that woman has moved on from that speech. There's a rousing clap of applause, and she takes her hand, dips immediately into one of the corpse's rib cages and pulls free this long piece of intestine, holds it up to the crowd. They all clap, and some move into their seatings, and she begins devouring and eating the organ, completely feeding through the intestine and taking each piece of this body and sort of cascading over her dress as she dirties all of that white across her fabric dress and muddies herself in the gore of these people at the table. And it seems that 6 others who do look as though they resemble her in some way, there is some familial similarities there, begin to dig in along the other corpses. And then it becomes this rousing, almost museum experience where ongoers are looking at it and oohing and awing and clapping. And it's almost as though they're watching some sort of a performance art as they begin to dig in and physically eat the corpses as you all dance beautifully in the background.
I think I'll let Allison go. And Sybil, are you kind of around or no?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
staying around the action. I think I'll probably be closer to this display that's happening at the table.
Yeah. I was just going to say that I would probably approach the table and, maybe even take Sybil's arm and be like, we should introduce ourselves.
Sounds good. And the woman that was giving the speech, she's just eating, right? She's not addressing the crowd
She is
anymore?
right there in the center. She is like engaging in casual conversation at this point, but it's not a presentation you'd be interrupting. And she is very much available. You could walk up.
You want to start or should I?
I can start. Sib walks up to her and just kind of starts taking pieces to eat as well, but is clearly not eating them. And just says that was a wonderful presentation.
Could you make a... Are you doing this out of etiquette, or do you think that you're actually trying to convince her you're going to eat this flesh?
Etiquette. She will eat it if she has to, but she's not trying to.
Okay, go ahead
Like
and
holding
make...
a glass, like at a party.
Yeah. Etiquette plus either charisma or manipulation. Whichever you think is more appropriate here.
Spend willpower. Okay, that's 1 success.
Beautiful. With 1 success, she looks at you, and she takes her hand and she presses it to your palm and then gently guides it back down to the table, almost to ask you to remove the food from your hand.
Oh, that's fine.
Apologies. My name is Mira, and I do not believe you are one of my family.
I apologize. I wasn't aware that this was an exclusive feast. But no, I am not. My name is Sybil.
It is good to meet you.
This is.
I'll give a little
I
bow.
introduced Burroughs. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot your name for a second.
I will give a little bow and introduce myself and say, please allow me to introduce one of our allies, Enoch, and I'll gesture towards Enoch wherever he might be.
Someone actually wants me to do something? Oh, I mean, hi.
Hello. Good evening to all three of you. It is not often that someone is so brazen enough to pick from my table, especially when such sweet treats are on display. I take it more as a piece of manners than I do an offense, I promise. My name is Mira. I am of the family, and obviously you all have been invited to participate as well. Of what death do you bring?
How do you mean?
Of what clan family do you belong?
Oh.
I am Ravnos.
Well,
Actually, I'm curious. I'll put my arm around Allison. What do you think we are?
Oh,
Sorry. Was I
Is
there?
Allison there? Yeah, I don't think
I
Allison
was gonna
might be
say.
there.
Sorry, I didn't realize. What do you think I am?
well, given that your guest just outed himself as a Ravnos, I guess that the three of you are not... Well, maybe you're formal guests of the house, not of the clan of death whatsoever. The three of you were asked to
No.
be here?
Oh, of course.
we're the new generation. We were asked to attend as sort of a representation.
Our more official title is
Between
Watchman
the-
of the Camarilla.
Oh,
We're not
the
party crashers.
Watchmen. Of
Yes.
course, you're the prince's little men. Good. Good.
I
It
don't
is-
know if I'd call myself little.
Well,
Certainly Burroughs is not little.
the unfortunate circumstance of our lives is that we do not pick how we are perceived. It is good to meet all of you, and good to have you of guests of the Rothstein estate. It is clear that you are making yourselves comfortable amongst the families of death, and while you may not understand, you do have the spirit, clearly, as she gestures to the organs you almost ate.
We are trying to learn. You wouldn't happen to be the Countess, would you?
Oh, no. I do live in service to Countess Eleanor and Rothstein Jr., but myself, I am not. I'm merely a guest. I was brought here to show off some of the courtesies of my way of life. And she gestures to those corpses and her fellow family members that are just gorging themselves on the organs, smashing them into her faces.
So you're telling us that you're a chef?
I suppose you could say I'm known for my culinary greatness, sure.
Would it be rude of me to ask what your death is?
My death, you're already learning the lexicon. That's very smart of you. I am of the Nagaraja. Do you know much of my people?
Sounds faintly Indian?
You would not be incorrect. We are the flesh eaters.
Well, I know for sure the Ravnos aren't that far away from being of that part of the world. We're practically cousins, wouldn't you say?
I know of your people, for sure. I have an understanding of the fire in your blood. I am recently told that you've lost one of yours, have you not?
Due to complications with his sire, yes.
What a shame. I hope that yours is brought back to you very soon. Hate for a raven to be gone for too long.
Well, you know, sometimes dads get hungry too.
Well, I hope you all do enjoy the festivities, and it is wonderful to meet all of your acquaintances. If there's anything that I can be of service through, please let me know. And if you would like to partake, I can teach you how to do so safely.
I reach my hand out to shake hers.
And she delicately puts her hand forward.
Scry the soul.
Okay, absolutely. Do you rouse the blood before that?
I believe so. It would be reasonable. One rouse check is the cost, so yes.
Beautiful. And if it's a contested roll? Are there such a thing?
It is intelligence plus aspects versus composure plus subterfuge.
Okay.
And for me, that is 8 dice.
Okay.
Six successes. Oh, that is actually a messy critical.
Okay, so what does that bring you up to?
What do you mean? Oh, it's six. Well, it's 6 successes in total.
Okay, with your critical.
With yes, with two of them on the hunger dice.
Got it. She comes back with 10 successes.
Well,
let's determine the messy. She stops, and the second that you touch to her hand and the cobweb begins working and you exert that powerful blood to the surface of your body, she removes her hand quickly, and she stares at you and says, had it not been for terms of amnesty during this party, I would say that that was the biggest mistake of your life.
I just like to know people. I'm just trying to get to know you better.
If you ever probe my mind again, I will have you know that I will hunt you down past this estate, and any rules that Rothstein has set forward, I will eat your body.
All right. Well,
and
there's
the
a line.
others aside, 6 of them aside, stop eating completely, and 6 different visages zone in on you.
Hi.
I will season you.
Oh yeah. What are you thinking? What do you think I'd pair well with?
And she steps back and she calls over one of the doormen who come by with a silver tray, and she speaks plainly, doesn't even bother whispering. Excuse me, could you grab champagne? I have something to tell him. And the doorman looks really, really visibly upset. Are you sure? This early in the evening? Yes, bring me Puttanesca. And the doorman leaves. I will have to bid all of you good night. Thank you so much for bringing this barbarian around me. I will see to it that he does not live long. Thank you all. And she snaps at the others. And the crowd is suddenly disturbed, upset. Everyone around here suddenly looks around as the table is beginning to be unfolded, and the corpses are removed from off of it. And it seems that Mira and her posse are mobilizing, removing everything from the display.
Well, that went poorly.
Okay.
You might want to run back to the prince.
Yeah. Well, they can get in line.
I don't think these are the people that respect a line. And
well, I mean, we can implement some kind of a fast pass system.
Well, we'll say this,
I think
Enoch,
they're working on that.
I can say this, you are one brave son of a bitch.
Was I not supposed to do that? I thought it was allowed.
Well, I've never heard someone say "I will season you" before, but I do think that
Personally,
does
I would be
indicate that was not the move.
I
can't think about that.
Burroughs is just constantly looking for an opportunity in which Sybil or Allison can slip away So, like, you know, when it seems like people aren't looking or are distracted by our new offended guest, he's looking at them like now.
See, it was a distraction. That was my
no.
plan all along.
Yeah,
I would've-
absolutely.
Wait. During that whole time, because I was purposely quiet, I was like, may I have, because I did the no sound, can I just start walking and do that unseen and just kind of I would have done it like slowly, strategically, like, you know, hide behind a pillar, do it something where it's just been natural to have someone slink off.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh God. Is that snake near me, by the way? Where's that copper snake?
That snake is currently on.
Yeah, I'm wearing it like a
Sybil's
necklace.
arm.
But if there is a way to, no, if you're nearby, do you need the snake? You can motion for the snake.
Like, oh, I will motion for the snakey.
Okay.
Okay, I go over to Allison.
Is that thing, can that, because I'm going to slip out, can that thing go ahead of me and kind of report if they see stuff so I can avoid it? Like, even ahead?
Yes, however, they're a snake, so their memory is about as long as a snake's memory is. But if there's an issue, and she turns to the snake, you will let us know.
And the snake just sort of picks up its head.
Ooh, I'm going to call it Snakey.
Lets the snake slither down.
I'm going to literally call it Snakey.
This is Kendrick.
Kendrick.
The snake's name is Kendrick.
My apologies.
Thank you.
Get it right.
Yeah. Thank you.
So once you have Kendrick in arm, where are you and Kendrick off to?
Okay, so from how you described it, I believe you said there was, because I know there was like a staircase, but is there usually, in those kind of places, you can always go off to like a side area, like a kitchen or something for another back staircase?
Almost right behind where that 20-piece seating was, there is a stretch of land that goes back to what you imagine is a service entrance. Something that must go into the side or the back of the estate. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to go in that direction, and it's when if I can get that far, even up to the stairs, that's when I'm going to release Kendrick.
Okay. There don't look to be any stairs up to the second or third floor here, but there does look to be an entrance into the actual 9th building, the gravestone main entrance. Okay. So you're entering through. You have to be stealthy not to touch any of the living mortal servants that are moving through this place. You're desperately trying to weave through without disturbing them. Go ahead and give me a stealth plus dexterity to make sure that you do not bump any elbows you don't mean to.
Okay.
Feel free to burn some willpower if you got to.
I will.
Right, that's a thing we can do.
That's okay. I have a lot of willpower. Okay, we're burning, we're gonna burn a willpower. Aha! Okay. 3 successes.
You believe yourself to be invisible.
Is there... okay. That's
you
good
move
enough.
yourself through the kitchen and through 2 little hallways that split off into 2 service dormitories, and then up through a set of stairs. And there is sort of a split off where on the left you can hear the roar of the party that is going on in what must be some central lobby or closer to the center of the actual building. And then there's a split off to the right that continues on to a set of staircases that might move higher up.
I'm gonna go to the one that's a little bit higher up. And the other one you said was flatter?
Yeah, if you go left, it's to the flat lobby of the party, and to the right is a set of stairs moving up.
Right. Sorry. Set of stairs.
Of course. You move up, you go up the set of stairs and into...
Are there any cameras? I'm also on the corners looking at any security cameras.
Go ahead and roll an awareness plus wits.
The boomer in me came out. Sorry. Awareness plus wits?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay, yes. 3 successes, but 2 of them are a crit.
Okay, so 7 successes. Cool. Yeah, you notice that just about every other corner has some sort of surveillance. Yes.
Fuck. Okay, I'm sending the snake in.
Okay, sending the snake in. It's the right thing to do.
Aren't you invisible though?
Yeah.
Wait, but no
Ish.
cameras.
Cameras
camera can't
cannot
see.
see.
Yeah.
No,
cameras
cameras can't see you. Electronic,
see.
yes, it says explicitly in the.
Oh, does
Cameras
it?
can't see
Yes.
me.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
you have the higher version of it.
I'm thinking of Mal.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mal.
Out
that-
of game, like the fire is about to start. With it's
That's
not with
okay. Yeah,
Enoch.
it's
Like we gotta get this.
we
thing.
gotta go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go quicker. It is what it is. I'm caught. I don't care. We're fucked anyways.
Okay.
Go.
Cool. You move up into the second floor. It is populated by house guests. You enter into what is essentially like a library.
Mm-hmm.
In the center of the library, in front of what is essentially almost like a slab that has been moved into the central library. Along the walls, there are these huge bookcases that run up to about 16, 18 feet. But in the center, on a slab where most of the sitting furniture has been moved, is this body that is completely still, completely unmoving. And around it is a series of guests. It's much more intimate than it is outside front. That's maybe about 20 people in here. But at the center is a woman. Let me get you her description.
Yes.
She's wearing a stark white mask with a painted doll's face along its porcelain front. It is in a glazed red crimson. It shows no part of her eyes or mouth and almost completely blanks out. And it looks like it's made of very expensive, like porcelain level. She is beautiful and wearing a modernized Rococo-inspired dress and pure white that matches the clinical white marble of this entire place. But her hands have been tattooed or dyed or changed to a point that about 3/4 of the way down on diagonals, they are stained red, almost to match the glaze of her mask. Absolutely gorgeous. She carries a mirror in one hand and sways about the room with the understanding that everyone's eyes are on her. And she walks up to that dead body and she glazes 2 fingers over his lips and speaks to the rest and says, "This is my darling cousin, Waylon, and we just found recently that he passed from our family tree, and we were thankful enough that we could recover the body fast enough that, well, I'd like to show all of you something that is unique to me and mine, to all of our people. Waylon unfortunately died immortal, like any of us would wish, right? But in his unfortunate mortal death, there is opportunity. There is a sacrament. There is an understanding that there can be more. Would you all like to see?" And the 20 or so around them, all swirling blood in their cups and sort of roaming around this body, are all staring in and nodding in agreement. She says, "Well, then, just watch." And she reaches down and takes the corpse's face and removes her mask just enough that you can see a smile. But from underneath the mask, which is very much an intimate moment, you see that there's no flesh to the other side. It is ivory bone, complete skeletal. And as those skeletal, coffined teeth meet the lips of her dead cousin, something slips forward. This black ichor that drips from the edges of ivory bone and then in through the lips of Wayland. And the mask replaces, and the others watch in on horror as there is this writhing shake in Wayland as the body changes and moves and breaks and cracks as it comes back to life, and you can see as Wayland comes back onto the table, reaching himself up and cascading off of the slab and falling to the floor. He stands himself up just a moment, creaks his old bones, and it's clear that he's become something halfway alive. And she comes back up and she hugs Wayland deeply, and he stands there crippled and changed and ambling about the room. And she snaps over to one of the doormen by the side and says, "Be a doll, could you get Wayland some serving gear? Get him a tray, send him out to the lobby, put him to work. Thank you all for being here for my presentation. It's so wonderful to spend this time with all of you, and I'm so glad that I could share my death with you." And they all clap like they've just seen something out of the Louvre, and they all begin to sort of fade from the room. Unfortunately, as they begin to leave out one of two doors, before they all leave, the last one is, of course, the Countess Eleanor in her beautiful mask, and she stops, unmoving, turns around, and stares directly in your direction, Allison.
Did my heart love till now for its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night.
You're speaking? Beautiful.
Well,
Go
I mean,
ahead.
you already see me. There's no point. I don't
That's
care. That's right. It's
Go
I already
ahead,
got caught. I don't care.
Go ahead and make a manipulation plus persuasion, I guess.
Oh, thank you so much for that one. Let's go.
Hey, you know, you just wanted to get in on the display. You wanted to see what they were up to.
It's okay. That is 6 successes because I had 2 crits again.
She can't be read. She's
No.
only wearing that mask of hers. It's hard to tell whether this is even a success or not.
I don't care.
She stops. She speaks. "I would caution against going any further than this floor. I would hate for Champagne to find you." And she leaves the room. We are going to, just for a little, give us a little break. We go to Niles and to Mal. The two of you have other plans for the night. There's much to be done and much to be seen, and there's someone to save. Who that is, God knows. What can I do for the two of you?
I think we're heading to the
Mansion.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So, are we taking one bike? Are we putting Mal in charge of the second bike? What's the plan here?
Okay, let me try again. It feels weird for us to do it together. Like, if we need to split off. Let me try again. Let me just try again. Just tell me again slower.
Okay. I'll show Mal how to ride a bike again.
I still don't have anything in drive. Fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot that I have to roll about this.
Yeah, you have to like decide to actually want to be good at driving.
Yeah.
I use it to do something cool instead of driving, which I do in my regular life.
So true. Yeah, I would rather do anything shadow than drive a bike.
So I'm gonna try and drive again, I guess.
Before you do that, could I get Niles, could you use leadership and either charisma or manipulation, whichever you think Niles would use to teach?
Manipulation, because
Yeah, that
bold of
tracks.
you to assume leadership was on Niles' skill set. Two
Huh?
successes though.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You actually
Stunning.
get some teaching this time. Niles is teaching just as fast as they did last time, with just as little explanation. But for whatever reason, you're zoned in this time. You will get
1,
in
2,
a
1, 2, 3, 4. Go, huh?
you will
Clutch,
get
break, what's up?
an additional die in your pool for this drive. So I think Niles knows how to drive. I'm just gonna make you do it now. Give me a drive plus dexterity with an added
Lord.
die.
Please don't take this bike.
1, 2, 3 plus the special one.
Roll
from
well.
Niles.
We don't even get to Lotta. We just die on the highway.
Okay, it's 2 successes.
2 successes. I will say you make it to the mansion. There's only a few stops. Niles
probably
has to go
choke the end a
painfully
couple
slow.
times.
Yeah, definitely some weird moments. But eventually you arrive at Bubblegum Mansion, at Niles's haven, outside of Casimir's home, and now Niles's home. It looks much the same. This is not exactly a place of business that people would like to fuck around with. And if they do, they'd end up much like the last man who chased Niles through this place. So it remains largely unscathed.
All right, you know how to play this bubblegum, or do we just hope?
Well, let's go in the house first. And I'll walk in. This time I'm not walking in like sneakily. I'm just walking in like a normal person.
It feels very much homey at this point. You're starting to realize that this is more yours than you've realized. It's been yours in 2 lifetimes now. But yeah, beautiful mansion.
How far do I want to go up? Maybe, can I go up to the 3rd floor?
Sure.
Where I assume where Casimir was nesting is still there. I'm gonna go there.
To get to the 3rd floor, you do walk past the sort of ligamented body of what must have been Lamplight's brother, who you know was here the very first time you were here. That big gluttonous form is now even more important to you, realizing that you've actually fought one in the flesh now. And it is disappointing to see the light gone out on this beautiful flesh-built creature. And you're definitely starting to connect more of the dots between your encounter down below Lake Mead and your first encounter here in the mansion. Moving up to the 3rd floor, you pass by that gallery wall with the depiction of Casimir in its middle, that beautiful depiction of Lotta, and it becomes a little more clear just how many portraits are on this wall, how many sit underneath Casimir, how many might have been sired by him. It's as many as 20, maybe 30 portraits. And then you can move straight into Casimir's bedroom, where it has still largely collapsed in on itself. It's precarious. It's hard to move on this 3rd floor. It's by far the most fucked up. It will need massive repairs eventually. But where the parts of this floor has broken apart, you can also use the ligament, almost like those old jungle gyms, or like a Chuck E. Cheese like net crawl to get yourself across. And you do see this massive webbing where Casimir was taken by you.
I look at Mal for a second.
It's your alternate self, I guess. I mean, do you just talk into him, or do you like play out a special tune? What? I guess we didn't really think this through.
I think while Mal's saying all that, Niles will finally go, I guess, to that center part where Casimir was rested. I think they're gonna take one of the bands and stretch it, and before he lets go, Niles is gonna say, "Lotta of the Myers, my heart is yours. Even as I am dust, I carry on winds to your feet. Breathe me in." And I snap the band and let it just ripple through the whole house.
I love that.
Hot damn, dude, that was a good one. If she doesn't, I mean, she might not forgive us and she might still kill us, but what a way to go. That was hot. That's what I'm saying, is that was hot. That was hot. Whatever.
Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to reset my mic. It's just screwing around. Can we hear me okay? We good?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay. All right. Give me a manipulation plus whatever you have in either fleshcraft or vicissitude.
One success.
Okay.
Can I do anything to help?
What's your suggestion? You can expend willpower, by the way, if you'd like to.
Yeah, actually, let me do one more willpower. I only have so much willpower. But I will do that for this one.
Okay.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, a little bit better. Mal, do you have any ideas?
I think I'm just, this is so stupid. I think I'm just gonna start plucking different strings and trying to make something melodic to go along with whatever Niles is saying, to try to make it like romantic-ish and like enticing.
Beautiful. Could I get charisma plus performance with -2 to the pool? Whatever.
Then I have no dice.
Oh. Well, Mal, you're plucking, dude. Is that anything?
Like, remember like how Julian played guitar, like how he would like play the flamenco on the guitar, and so I'm trying to like emulate like the way his fingers would move, but
that's cute. Give me 1 dice.
Yes. It has to be a hunger die, but whatever. When in doubt, pull out your touchstones.
A success. That's 3 successes.
It is a messy critical though.
Oh, okay. As long as there's not 2, we're good. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, you how do I put this? You receive something back through the ligaments. So as you do that, you speak those heavenly words, the same words you heard right on the rim of the boat before you swam down to the bottom of Lake Mead. There is this sonorous effect, as if it's almost like the sound of an orchestra warming up, as every strand in this room, as it cascades into the canopy where Casimir died, begins to hum alive and true. And then in the deepest parts of you, in the back of your mind, there is a vision, and it is of Lotta pulling at their strings deep below Lake Mead, and them walking through their throne room and sort of looking quizzically through this vision of them on the other side.
Keep going. Tell her.
I have to ask something of you. Forgiveness. Something has happened, and I made a promise to you, and someone that I thought would honor an agreement chose not to, and you are in danger. And all I want is to see you not be harmed.
There is another hazy, almost like seeing through water vision, not of Lotta this time, but instead it pans away from her at the strings as they pluck, and it's instead pans through, and there is this flash as you're looking at a seat at the right of her throne, a seat that looks like it could fit you.
And that's it?
That's it. You can take from that what you will.
I don't know what it means.
What'd she say? What? Can you hear her? What's going on?
She mentions what she wants.
What does she want?
Me to go to Mead.
Okay. Is that safe? Actually, no, fuck it. That's not safe. I actually know that's not safe.
We don't have much of a choice, do we, Mal?
We can't get further apart, though. Who's to say she's not going to keep you there?
There's got to be consequences for breaking the agreement we gave.
You didn't do anything, though. You had no control over this. This is fucking Enoch's fault.
Doesn't matter.
Don't fall on the fucking sword for him.
I'm not.
Wouldn't do that for any of us, no matter what he thinks.
It's not just. I'm not falling on the sword for him. What about everybody else? Lotta didn't just blanket. I can't guarantee that she's gonna not come for you guys.
So we'll deal with it together. We're supposed to deal with it together. Last time someone went off on their own, this is what started this. We stick together. Come on, dude.
What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? What do we do now?
Tell her it's not safe for you to go. Tell her what's going on. Tell her specifically what's happening. Don't talk in like soft riddles. Tell her explicitly, and then we go from there. I don't know. The prince's people are going down there, and if they see you, they're gonna kill you.
Okay. I guess I'll go back to the tendon, I guess, and try to explain that we're hoping to avoid the conflict by trying to get the keys and restoring the balance so that she can continue to do what she's supposed to do.
There is another flash of memory, premonition, presence, communication. Could be time travel, could be a dream, could be anything, but it comes back to your mind, and it is a flash of headlights on a freeway, driving fast, and then the surface of Lake Mead by the shore and the waters are disrupted. They're loud, they're crashing against the shore, and unsettled, and then of something cutting through the water towards that sea of black. And then finally, the last vision is again of a seat at her right hand.
What is it?
It's kind of the same thing. I don't know if that they're already there and she knows, or
I'm gonna elbow past Niles and go to the same little string she's been plucking on and sit down and yank it closer to me and say, this is Mal. Hi, Lotta. You said that the world is brighter for things that we've made. And we've made a group that somehow fucking cares about each other, or like most of us do. Not all of us, but Niles is part of that, and if you call him back, then we might lose that, and that's not fair. And we'll pay for Enoch's discretion a different way, but I can't let you keep Niles down there. We need him. He's staying with us. Love is the greatest thing to create from, so I'm trying to do that.
There is a vision again in Casimir's mind of first of Lotta laughing, and she too wrenches the ligament, and all of a sudden the ground shakes tremendously under both of you, as if that same motion had just been brought forth to the two of you. There is a vision of you moving through an open door, both directions. And then of your vision on the surface of Lake Mead, staring out at an approaching vehicle.
Well, if you're going, you're not going alone.
I think Niles is going to exit the house. Because there's nothing more I can gain by... I've told Lotta, at the very least. Yeah, let's just get back to the bikes first, before we talk any further.
Okay.
What did all that mean? Like, what the fuck? Why can't they... I wish people would just say what they fucking mean.
Yeah, well, I'm not the premonition type. So... I don't know, she's pissed, she's angry.
Of course she is.
What do you want to do?
Kick Enoch's ass, for one. That's not gonna help anything, though, so...
We have to appease her just as much as we have to get the keys. Because even if we get the key and we don't stop Lauda's ire, that just makes a lot of things worse.
What if we bring her the key? What if we don't keep it? What if we don't give it to the Anarchs? What if we give her the key? I obviously we should talk to the rest of the group, but
that might work. Lauda has no interest in playing the politics that the Camarilla and the Anarchs would. It might be enough to satisfy her if if her job and her stuff stays intact, maybe.
Okay, so we hope she uses her fish army.
We hope that she doesn't. The hope is that to give her something worth keeping her there.
For.
But if they're already there, looking through Lake Mead, then we're running out of time.
Do they know exactly where it is? Like we don't know where. We don't know if Enoch told them exactly where.
I mean, he's probably told them the lake. He probably...
Well, yeah, the lake's big-ish.
We're making assumptions that we don't have certainties for.
Oh, I know.
So what now?
There are some positives. The lake is Anarch territory, so it's going to take them a lot longer to get through.
That's
and
true.
They don't know what's going on at the bottom of it. They just know it's at the bottom.
All we can hope is that they're going to have a hard time getting out there. But what do we do now? Do we go to the lake? Do we go back? Do we find the rest of them and make sure that we're there for whatever they decide to get through at the Hakata?
I think you should call the others and tell them what's new. I think we have to be done keeping secrets from each other, or at least from most of the others. So we call Sib, we call Burrows, we let them know what's happening. We see if they need us, and if they don't, we go to the lake. Or I can I don't know, I can try to talk to Cisco, maybe see if they have any.
Let's talk to the others first, see where we're at, and then maybe go from there.
Okay.
Yes,
please call. I'll
Call
go far
me.
away.
Yeah, I'll call Burrows.
Okay. Niles takes a long hike away from Mal until your phone comes back to life.
I'm gonna lean up against something and just look at the fucking state of my fucking shitty ass wounds while I
Still
call.
pretty bad, but you are kindred. It's starting to look better and better.
Just sticky and gross. I just feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. If anything, the wound makes you tired. You feel so much closer to sleep. You desperately want to go to sleep, but you call Burrows.
Hey, fellow friend who's missing an arm. How you doing?
Lot of no's, I guess.
told her.
But yeah, I told her.
All right. Why don't you come back over this way?
You can. She wants us to go to, or she wants at least me to go to Mead, though. So what do we do?
She made it very clear that she just wants you there because she loves you or whatever, but I think we got a couple priorities before you go over there. I mean,
Okay.
listen, I've been thinking here, why don't you let the Anarchs know? After all, that is Anarch territory. Why don't you let them know? Maybe they can cause some trouble to keep those assholes from getting into the lake.
Sure, I can try to call Hugh.
Let him know and just tell them to make their life difficult for a little while longer. If we can get that key, then we're in the clear. And we're currently working on that. At least Sybil and Allison are.
Okay, yeah, I'll I'll talk to Hugh then, I guess. And then, do you want us to come to you after?
Things are shaping up in an interesting way thanks to Enoch again. So yeah, it would be probably good to have some backup here.
Okay.
Sooner than later.
I hope they don't mind bloodstains on jackets, but okay, we will be there as soon as possible.
Tell Mal we think what we're looking for is in some part of the house. So as soon as they get here, they should drop shadow and look too. We need as many eyes as possible.
All right, sure. We'll be there as soon as we can. I hang up and I guess I'll call Hugh.
All right. The old emergency call to Hugh. We've done this a few times.
Daddy, help please.
Yeah, you call and it rings quite a few times, but eventually the other side picks up. He says, "Hey, where have you been?"
Just got back to Vegas, actually.
Just got back, Niles. I've been calling you. We needed you to talk for your people. We're on like the edge of a fucking war now.
We didn't get out of Mead in time, and we got stuck doing that, and now I'm back, and that's pretty.
So you're not in Mead anymore.
No.
So what the fuck am I hearing from Shelly that there's a team moving through there?
We were moving. What, a team?
Yeah, you're not working with the sheriff?
No. That's actually what I'm calling about.
Well, they're in fucking town.
Yeah, I heard that a group of them were heading out to Mead. I don't know why.
Oh, fuck. I mean, we can't have the sheriff breathing down our fucking backs. I mean, if they step to Shelly, then we're on the other end of another battle. And I don't think we can take another day like the hospital, which, by the way, we still have no fucking answers for. And Emmerich spoke to our people doing it to the prince. I don't know what the fuck to do here. So if you can tell me what the fuck the sheriff's up to, and what I'm supposed to do in this situation, how I'm supposed to make this look like anything other than you and your people fucking us over for the start of a war, I'm searching for answers here, Niles. Listen, you're great. I have been so happy you came into whatever the fuck I call this life, but you keep asking for things, and I really want to give you everything I can, but Ellis is not going to keep giving like this. Even if I want to. They're building here. It's really scary. Ellis is starting to talk like he used to. What do you need this time?
I mean, I mainly... Fuck. Niles is like trying to like take a fucking second because like trying to figure out if they're going to go. Fuck it. We have no choice. We need to include the anarchs to help us. We found whatever was at the bottom of Lake Mead.
Okay.
What Shelley was looking for, and the Camarilla is going after it.
What the fuck did you guys find?
A door.
Okay, like
Whatever,
a special door or
whatever you guys were trying to figure out at the mansion. Remember the day we found each other?
Yeah, what do you know about that?
It's what's down at the bottom of Lake Mead. And if the Camarilla gets their hands fully on it, then you don't have any worry about a war, because it won't be a war.
So this is something that could end everything for them.
For you guys, for whatever the anarchs want in the city, the Camarilla have the leverage they've been looking for, I think.
And that's why the sheriff's in Shelley's territory?
Yeah, because one of my coterie told about the door, and now they're trying to confirm it.
So if I stop the sheriff, you'll show me the door?
Sure, Hugh. If you stop the sheriff, we can figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll get me and some of my boys together. We'll ride out there right now. Shelley's keeping that sheriff fucking conversation right now, and we'll do what we can. Whether it comes to blood or not, we'll do what we can. We'll keep him away from the lake, but I don't know how much time that's going to buy any of us. The sheriff's no fuckhead.
Some of us are trying to find a way to even the odds because the door needs a key. We're trying to find the key. If you can keep them from at least that, and we can locate the key, then maybe this will work out.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to give Ellis a call. I'm going to get him notified. I'm going to make sure the Barons know everything, and then we'll mobilize on Boulder.
Okay.
I'll keep in contact. I'll let you know what's going on, and hopefully this doesn't come to blood, because if it does, it could mean all-out war tonight.
Okay. Just be careful.
Yeah, You too. We should talk after all this. When the world's normal again.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I miss you. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye. Oh,
Bye.
hang up. I want to check my phone, but I won't. God damn it.
All right.
When you come back to the bikes, Mal is like twiddling their phone in their fingers. Okay, I know you just had to be like a messenger and stuff. Can you do me a favor though?
Okay. What? What's up?
There's a voicemail on my phone, and I can't listen to it, obviously. But I just need to know what it says. Can you check it for me?
I mean, yeah. Okay.
I know that doesn't seem like a big deal, but I'll owe you a favor.
You don't have to owe me anything, Mal. It's stupid that we have to do these boons for boons shit. Just, yeah, fine. I need a breather anyway, so I can take that while I listen to your voicemail. And then I'll go back to walk all the way over to where I just came from and click the activate the voicemail box.
There are like a million different notifications, a million different things going through. It's a miracle still that the phone is still in service. Social media updates. There are, old wallpapered backgrounds from the last thing that Mal had said on their phone. Which, Mal, what do you think that background would be that they're staring at now?
For the one when you close your phone, it's this little like flower ring on a tiny little, like not tiny little hand, like a kid's hand. There's like a clover ring on a kid's hand, and then when you open it up, around all the apps in the background, there's a picture of a human Mal and a like tall mixed black dude with dreads pulled back in a bun. He has an arm around Mal, and then there's like a 12-year-old-ish, like 11 or 12-year-old little girl in like a daisy turtleneck and corduroy pants, and they're just kind of like sitting and laughing together.
There are a lot of different phone notifications, missed calls, texts, things like that, but the voice mailbox is easy to get to. And it's threatening to be too full to take another message. So basically it's been deleting the eldest's, but it does have a brand new voicemail on it that looks to be the most recent. The others are from months ago even, but this is the first one she's received a call from in months.
Yeah, I'll activate it. I'll turn it on. I'll select
it plays through. It actually lists the name itself, and it just reads "baby" with a heart, and then the message begins to play through that visual voicemail, and a voice rings through, and it says, "Hey, sunshine. I'm just calling because I drove past the bridge tonight, and I just couldn't stop thinking about you, and I couldn't imagine what this place would be if you were still here. And I think every day about how much you mean to me and how much this hurts to know you're gone. I just want a world where you're still breathing. And I just want to know that I could drive past this bridge and not feel this way every single day of my life. And God, she's getting so big. I can't even tell you. She's so big. I just thought I'd call because I don't know, maybe that bring you back. Maybe I could see you. Maybe I could just hear you one last time. Anyway, I can't keep paying this bill, so I think this might be the last one. I love you. Please be at peace. Please be loved. And he hangs up.
I think Niles will make sure that that message is saved so it's still on the phone and on the inbox. Niles is gonna walk back to Mal, hand them the phone.
Thanks. What'd it say?
You're just loved and missed. And Niles is gonna get on the bike.
Did they say anything about... Never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing fucking matters. It doesn't matter. Thank you for looking.
She's getting really big. And Niles is just gonna turn on the bike and start heading to the direction they were supposed to go.
Fuck.
Let's return back to the Rothstein estate. The party is in full swing. We've just had the dance of our lives. Allison has been mingling with some of the guests upstairs. But for the rest of you, you are still out here on the courtyard adjacent to the main building. Are there any actions, movements, declarations for the night? Are we all kicking around for the address? Do we want to hear that? What's the plan here?
I think we probably want to hear that just because we want to know what the fuck is going on. And also, we still do need to talk to that guy. Considering that was our whole purpose in coming here in the first place. It's going to be suspicious if we're looking for the key and we don't do that. So I think we're going to trust Allison to do her thing. We're going to listen to the address, and then we're going to talk to Shlomo.
Okay.
I had a very... You said the whole... Because it was a library that happened. Everyone left the library, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to do like a look around and even have Kendrick do, if there was like, I don't know, like a book, some kind, even a fake book where that if there was a knife, if there was a secret compartment, under the table, under the sides, under the... ransack. It's not my first time B&Eing, basically.
You are James Bonding for a secret entrance. You're hoping there's like a bust of Shlomo Rothstein that you can push back and press the secret button. I get it. In your search for the Batcave, give me wits and awareness to see if we can find Batman.
Okay. Awareness. Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. Nothing in this room screams secret entrance. And you do recall from the doorman saying that the party was on both floors. This would constitute probably floor 2. Mm-hmm. So you imagine maybe a little higher. Definitely not in this room. Maybe across the floor. Who knows? But this room seems very much like a foyer. It seems this is probably where they entertain a lot of guests frequently.
Gotta double check. And we will go ahead and proceed onward.
Beautiful. Okay.
Kendrick's still in the lead.
Are you you empty out into one of the 2 doors out of this place, and it empties out into a balcony where there are more people out here seated. There's a lot more folks out here. You can see the full berth of the lobby at this point. Mm-hmm. The building, let me give you a little description of that since you are seeing it for the first time. You're walked into a dinner party in session. The main floor of this stark white marble inside of this massive estate is filled with people circulating the serving trays of a mass of those uniformed servants, which you notice now, a lot of them bear a shocking resemblance to the way that Wayland walked post experiment. You're starting to get the sense that maybe more of the service staff are dead than you've begun to realize. These myriad attendees eat and drink happily of the appetizers on display. There's equal parts servings of true food and blood dolls that float about, exposing their dripping wrists to hungry guests. The blood from those exposed veins leave trails along the white marble that mirror the patrols of those dolls, so much so that the floor has become almost like an abstract painting of where these party favors have been from each of the kindred to each of the kindred. It's a wild assortment of both mortal, kindred, and ghoul in between. Renfield, who knows? Some of them are magnificent in appearance. Some of them reflect some of those baked-in skulls that you had witnessed on the Countess. Others are of Haitian descent. Others much more Middle Eastern, similar to Mira. There are a lot of Italian gentlemen in these big, garish, like big top suits that clearly they spent a lot more money on than they had taste. There's just a huge assortment of people around here, and all of them partaking, all of them enjoying the festivities.
And I just want to be, are the servants also wearing masks, or they're not wearing masks?
They are not wearing masks. They look like, they have their faces out.
Okay. Damn, I'm going to try to see if I can... Go ahead.
So far, the only person wearing a mask was the Countess.
Okay, just wanted to check. I'm going to swipe a thing of well, no, because I'm still kind of invisible, even though that. I'm going to just gracefully, because it's all about the confidence where you walk. Because if you look scared, they're going to check you. I'm going to confidently not touch people, but try to get my do I notice any kind of other side doors or something that I could instinctively, like, I gotta check that out.
Down the hallway,
yeah,
there is another set of stairs leading up to the next floor.
Okay.
And there's also a bunch of different doors into what must be guest bedrooms or different studies, who knows.
Okay. And all these people are blocking me from the stairway, right?
There are plenty of people in the way in every direction.
Let's do it.
You can move through them easy enough.
Yeah.
You do notice by the stairs there are guards, armed guards. Mm-hmm. Very armed.
Very
openly armed, I would say, with what most would call an assault rifle.
That's what okay. How many specifically? Like you said, 2?
2 to each staircase on either side. So 2 at one end of the hall, 2 at the other.
Down. Okay. I'm going to... Oh, no, not a ring, because that can come back and haunt me. Is there anything nearby, like a glass?
You seem a little nervous, Allison. Are you okay? There's plenty of glasses around you. Would you like one?
Taking the glass and knocking it over on the other side, hopefully. And then I'm just going to confidently walk on up. Make us like a distraction.
Sounds wonderful. Okay, so you're causing this distraction by knocking over a glass, is what I'm hearing?
Or I'll have Kendrick slither away, make a ruckus.
Okay. You're snaking.
I'm snaking. I'm like, just make some noise. And then I'm going up and then come up.
Go ahead. We're going to take Sybil's score in animalism plus, we'll call this subterfuge. So Allison's subterfuge, Sybil's animalism. Create a pool for that, and then Allison will roll it.
Okay.
That's 3 animalism.
3 animalism? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for your animalism. I have 3?
3 successes. Okay. Yeah, there's easily a distraction of this snake as it moves through the crowds. The crowds are distracted away from your movements. It doesn't look like they're paying a lot of attention to you. You're still invisible, if I'm remembering correctly, right? And you haven't made enough of a ruckus because the snake has. It does not seem as though the guards have lost their posts. They are not in charge of chasing down snakes. They're in charge of chasing down you. But it does mean a clear entry point, and it's not as though anyone has noticed you so far.
All right, we gotta do it.
We gotta do it. And what is it we're doing?
Just walking straight ahead.
Okay. Are you gonna walk right past the guard in between?
Well, they didn't. I'm like, at this point, what else can I do?
Okay. Yeah, I agree. What else could you do? Let me get dexterity plus stealth.
No one about or something.
Let's go, Allie.
Stealth. Stealth is not that good, guys.
What else could you do, though?
Yes. What else can I? Oh, wait. I can command.
You could.
But I have to lock eyes with them.
You could. Yeah. Yeah.
But can they lock eyes with somebody who's invisible?
No, but if you were somehow visible in front of the men with assault rifles.
Oh, you really want me to come out? No.
I don't want you to do anything. I want you to live your life.
On life?
Yeah.
On life. Okay. If they don't, I will. I'm gonna go ahead, grab that stupid glass, and oh shit. Okay. You know what? They're gonna stop me or they won't. I'm just gonna act dumb.
Okay. Yeah.
Just gonna walk up and see if they notice as I just go with purpose, confidence.
Okay. So are you still invisible when you
Yes,
walk past
I'm
them?
still invisible.
Okay. Thank God. Okay. Cool.
Oh, you motherfucker! I thought you were.
Roll me a dexterity plus stealth.
Okay. Dex. Okay. I have two. I have 2 9s, so I have 2 successes.
Okay. Beautiful. You have 2 successes. You walk past the guards with assault rifles.
One will yes. They're either gonna stop or don't.
The others downstairs as Allison moves up to the 3rd floor.
Yeah, Burroughs needs to be at his best, so he is probably going to feed on one of these blood dolls to see if he can reduce a hunger.
Absolutely. They are more than willing. In fact, it's a little off-putting how much they want this.
Yeah, I do fight back killing one of them to get 0 hunger, but I will reduce my hunger by 1, and then kind of like renewed with vigor, I'm going to find Enoch and say, it's time we meet this Shlomo, huh? Let's go get this show on the road.
Well, I think we're just waiting for him to speak right
And
now.
at that moment...
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. Before he gives his address, I just want to check in with Sybil. Do you have anything to do before I start this big speech?
No, I have something to do after, but it's not urgent.
You all fill into the central area, the big lobby of this marble tombstone you found yourself inside of. And there is a moment as the party comes to a halt and an individual steps into view on the landing of the balcony on the 2nd floor. It seems as though he's come from the same building that if you were Allison, you would recognize as the library. He has impossibly white skin. So white it is jarring past albinism. He has matching white irises that are rimmed by a subtle flare of the red of fresh vitae rimming them. His black hair is slicked back and to the side with a sheen of pomade. His very thin frame is held up by a cane that supports him, and the head of which is a silver crown that his fingers are wrapped about now. He is flanked by a woman in a stark white mask with a painted doll's face along it with a white porcelain front. It is in a glazed red crimson. She is beautiful and wearing a modernized Rococo-inspired dress in pure white to match the clinical white of this building. If you were Allison, you would recognize her as the woman who brought Wayland back to life. On the opposite side is a portly, tawny-skinned Italian man with a broom-handle mustache and balding white hair that sits combed over the side. He is tattooed along all of his body, but it stops starkly at his jawline. Enoch and Burroughs have... Well, I'm sorry. Who has the highest awareness scores among the 3? 2. Okay.
I'm at 3.
Okay. Enoch with his I'll say all 3 of you can see this. Anyone close enough can read that his fists on one hand read son of, and the other read whore. the caned individual clears his throat and grabs the attention of the guests. Tonight, the truce of the families welcome all Hecata back home to the grave of the desert. And there is this massive round of applause. My name is Shlomo Rothstein Jr. I apologize, my father could not be in attendance with us for the duration of our ritual, but as I explained to you a week ago when we begun this process, he is indisposed. We welcome guests and representatives of the world's ivory tower into our fold tonight, my friends. Could the members of the ivory tower please identify themselves while I have you in attendance? I was notified by the gate that you've arrived.
Put my hand
Hesitant
up.
hand raise.
Everyone begins to clap, turn, and clap for you, including Shlomo Rothstein Jr., who gives you a big bow against his cane. Show our esteemed Camarilla agents the hospitality of the dead tonight, and ensure that they feel uniquely included in our intentions. In the ancient world, the offering of 100 oxens guaranteed good harvest. It promised the world that the gods showed favor to those who understood sacrifice. And now, in this day and age, the need for a god's eyes is no less important, but requires much more to earn their attention. We call this process hecatomb. And while our sacrifice has changed due to the shocking absence of oxen in the Nevada desert, and there's much pitter-patter of dinner party laughter at that joke, we intend to give reverence to this, our new gods. We thank you all for being in attendance. So here, in celebration of our commitment to our practice and to the grand success of our ritual this week, we celebrate the success of one of the most important moments in our eternity and our family. We have given Hecatomb and all its gifts so that we might draw a god here to this very desert. And the crowd erupts in this raucous applause, huge applause. Hundreds of people have gathered as much as they can into this building. They spill out into the quad, and all of them huge in their applause. That we might set the world stage here in the Valley of Fire. I thank you all for being here. Enjoy yourselves. Let your celebration ring out the praise of our success and the forward movement of this, our closest family. Partake in the flesh, for nothing is guaranteed this week. I just have to speak truthfully to how thankful I am for everyone who gave their lives earlier this week. It is not without our understanding, it is not without our peace, it is not without our gratitude that your families gave so willingly from your trees. We understand in the Hecata, the clan of the death, that there is nothing more precious than the lives of our family and of their remains. And now there remains 100 fewer. I do not take that lightly, and I appreciate your contribution. Finally, as a show of support, we welcome our most important guest into the fold tonight. Far from the east, and I'll never tell how far, and another pitter-patter of dinner laughter. We are visited by the great beast, Kerr. And with that, we will conduct the rest of tonight's proceedings. And stepping out into the center, sort of splitting your group, truthfully, is this man they refer to as Kerr. He is 6'8", probably around 250 pounds, incredibly strong, almost the countenance of Frankenstein's monster. He is shirtless, save for a very long coat that sits about his ankles, and in a set of painter's pants that have been on his person for some time. They are clearly of Nosferatu descent, and as he weaves through the crowd, there are noticeable gasps and movements along everyone. It is clear he brings an air of intimidation. There is also a constant buzzing heard on his approach, as wasps begin to fill the air and wild crowds about his countenance.
Beast!
Pockmarked along his flesh are holes that make up maybe 4 inches in diameter at each opening, in which the swarm of insects have created a nest in the shell of his frame. There are mantises, locusts buzzing about, tarantulas that house out from his rib cage and begin to crawl along his chest. There are aphids, beetles, bees, wasps, every host of these 6-legged beasts that crawl across his form. His ears are grotesque, wide, and bat-like, pierced over with many rings along the bat skin. His face is so pulled back against itself that his nose has been removed enough to show a glint of bone beneath, more resembling a snout than anything else. His eyes are an albinized white, and his countenance is one of intimidating disdain. He walks up to Rothstein, ascends the stairs, and they begin a conversation there on the front. It is just a few moments, unless the rest of you interject, before they begin to move down the hallway. If you were Allison, you would know, towards the same steps you had just entered. And I believe that is where we will leave this session.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
All right.
Seems normal.
Things are progressing.
Everything is fine.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
We
There's
made
nothing-
some progress.
Hive in it.
Nothing unusual.
Just a hive man.
Just a
I,
hive
Just a
man.
hive man.
I think
Hive
overall
man
that
is
went pretty
here.
well.
Like Ragel saw.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Wait, he saw Hive Man?
He saw wasps. Like wasp was a big thing in his visions.
Yeah, for sure.
If you
they were.
recall, the rabbi spat wasps.
That too. What the
Oh
fuck
shit!
that
So
means?
yeah, this dude is working with Mokur, I think, in some way.
Well,
He's the one
snakes.
that-
I suppose we will find out
No, hold on.
Next up.
in 2 weeks when we
You
return.
never let us talk about our theories.
I
on
know.
camera.
Oh, talk about your theories. Go
No,
on,
I'm
go
kidding, I'm
on.
kidding.
Let them know.
No, we don't want you to know.
We've taken up enough of these people's time.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, we will decide the fate of Lotta of the Myers in Lake Mead, and apparently the fate of Sheriff Cisco of the Camarilla.
Oh yeah.
And in addition, we will return to this lovely party we're hosting and try and find a key we're not allowed to find.
Yeah.
And hopefully get some one-on-one time with Rothstein Jr.
Next time.
On Vampire Masquerade Vegas by night.
Hey, there's
Next
only
man.
what? 2 more left? 14, 15, 16. 3 left. 3 left, and then this is over, folks. Wild.
Enjoy while it's here. We sure
Hell
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so soon.
All right,
Alrighty
guys.
then. Well, we'll see y'all later.
We got to go
Bye.
record Doom to Repeat, so we'll see you guys
What?
in 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking
bye.
about?
Bye.